Tonight on Cinema Rewind, we're diving into the twisted imagination of the master of horror himself, Stephen King. From haunted hotels to killer clowns, from page to screen, we're exploring the adaptations, the stories, and the nightmares that defined a generation. Stick around, we're going to play the intro, and we're going to go ahead and get started. See you guys soon.
People like to be scared, about the same as the old joke about the guy who beat his head against a wall, and somebody said, well, why do you keep doing that? And he said, it feels good when I stop. And I think that if you're being scared out of your wits, when the scare ends, when the lights go up, or when the book ends, you say to yourself, I thought things were bad for me, but at least I'm not in that position.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Cinema Rewind, a series where we rewind the films and sometimes the books that scare us, thrill us, and shape the way we experience horror. I'm GC, the host of Face the Movies and the Friday Night Fright Night podcast. This is episode 14, and we're doing something a little special tonight, stepping away from one film to celebrate the legacy of Stephen King, the master of horror, suspense, and the supernatural storytelling. With me, as always, I have my co-hosts Jordan from the Movie Den and Steven from After Hours Video. And coming back as a second guest, joining us this week is Lee from Cinema Whiplash. You may also know him as my co-host from our podcast, again, Friday Night Fright Night. Lee, welcome back. And I'm going to start bringing everybody in here and we'll be getting started. Jordan, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, man?
Dude, thank you for jumping on. Guys, if you weren't aware, Jordan's actually been sick the last few days, but he's such a trooper. He decided, he's like, you know what, I'm going to jump on for a little bit before my voice gives out and just hang out with you guys. Obviously, we cannot not celebrate Stephen King tonight, so, dude.
Yeah, man.
Dude, thank you for jumping on.
I'll try to hang in. I probably won't talk as much tonight, but yeah, I'll hang on as long as I can.
Dude, whatever you can, man. Don't even worry about it. I hope you feel better soon, dude. I know it's it's a pain, man, these days, getting sick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's always something, feels like.
As we get older, we're just falling apart. It's
sick
like a Stephen King horror.
Sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah. Now, Steven is going to be on in a few minutes, guys. So for all the Steven fans out there, he will be on. But let me go ahead and get Lee out here. Dude, welcome back,
guys.
Man.
How's it going?
Dude, it's going, man. So happy to have you back, brother.
Thanks, man. Excited to be here to talk all things King, man. Very excited.
Dude, I couldn't think of anyone else that I know that has, if you guys are watching this and you see behind Lee his bookshelf, that's all Stephen King all day. Like, this guy is one of the Stephen King masters, so I had to have him on.
Yeah, I had to pull some of them out. I have them next to me so I can, we can talk about and show a couple of them and stuff.
Dude, oh yeah. Yeah, tonight, guys, we're going to be not just talking about the movies and shows. We'll talk about some of the books. So for any of you horror fans, you enjoy reading, little intellectual types, there we go. We're going to have something for everybody. Now, let's see here. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of context, right? For some people that are not too familiar with Stephen King, I know you're tuned in if you are, but if you're not, Stephen King has written over 65 novels and more than 200 short stories. many of which have been adapted to films and TV series, from classics like Carrie, The Shining, Misery, and It, to cult favorites like Maximum Overdrive and Christine. His stories have become the backbone of modern horror, which we've seen a lot, especially lately. Now, tonight
Yeah.
we're going to be talking about King's books to movie adaptations, which ones truly work on the screen versus the ones that fall flat, our personal favorite Stephen King books and films, and the ones that we just didn't care too much for. So, just a little lineup of what we'll be having on the menu tonight. Now, one quick thing, as always, you guys are probably getting used to that. I do have a big surprise for everybody. My co-hosts, Lee, our guest, he has no idea about this, but I do have a big surprise. It's going to be a little bit later in the show, so stick around with us. You're not going to want to miss this. Promise.
Nice.
Yeah, so now let's go ahead and get started with good old-fashioned. We're going to start. Oh, wait. Right in the nick of time. Let's get this guy in here, huh? Steven. Not Stephen
There
King,
he
but
is.
we've got the king of Giallo, Steven himself.
Oh man, what an opening! What's
Dude,
up,
you-
guys?
How's it
What's
going?
up, brother?
What's happening?
Dude,
Sorry.
I'm glad
Well,
you made it,
crazy.
man.
Well, you guys are talking about Stephen King, man. I had to be here.
Your ears perked up. You're like, oh, Steven.
Yep.
Now, let me go ahead and I want to start with a little icebreaker. Now, I'm going to start with a fun one and then we'll jump more into a serious one. Now, are you guys ready to dive into the Stephen King universe?
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. If you had to live inside one of Stephen King's stories, which world would you survive in the longest? Lee, I'm going to start with you because
Oh man,
you're a guest.
would I survive the longest? And we're talking the only the movies, okay?
I mean, you could pick a book too. Listen, for tonight, it's going to be book, movie, show, which either or.
Man, it'd be hard to survive in most of these, even in the dramas, right? Like Shawshank, I'd have to be in jail. I'd have to go maybe stick with drama, and I'll say the Green Mile. Maybe I could work in the jail in the Green Mile, and try to be one of the good guys instead of the guy that kills the rat. You know, so
Just be in
I'm
the
gonna,
library.
I'm gonna go Green Mile. Yeah.
All right, that's not a bad choice. All right. What about you, Jordan? What are you thinking?
For me, I was thinking I'd probably do Carrie because I'm no bully. So
Okay.
I just won't go to dances. And
He's just saying
Yeah.
that on the air.
yeah.
Jordan bullies us through text. He's like, do better, GC.
He's skipping the prom. He's like, no, I'm not going to that.
What about you, Steven? What are you picking?
Listen, I'm gonna have to roll with Salem slot. I feel like if you stay away from the house, you don't answer your window, you're good.
Okay, that's a good
Yeah.
one, man. Just keeping your head down and just avoiding that weird creepy
Just
house.
minding my business.
Dude, I think I thought about it, especially watching the movie Christine recently, and I thought,
Oh,
out of all of them, I feel like that would be the easiest one to survive. I just avoid my crazy friend with the car. I'm like, dude, I'll just meet you at places. You know, I won't even bother following him
Yeah.
around or anything.
but I'd be
And-
worried about the car, man. Can you outrun the car?
That is true. The car does drive
Yeah.
itself around.
Just
That's
don't be
true.
friends with that kid and
Yeah,
your head
just-
down. Yeah,
we can't be friends anymore.
Just cut ties.
I don't want to be friends with this kid.
Now, for any of you guys watching, let us know which of these universes, these worlds that Stephen King built, which one do you think you would survive the longest? But I am going to go through the comment section real quick, and let me actually pull them up here on the side. Let me see here.
And we got a full house.
Dude, we do, man. We got a full house tonight. You can tell we have a lot of Stephen King fans. Now,
Okay, can I ask you guys before we dive into the chat? Do you guys feel like for Stephen King, you read more of it or watch more of his movies like as we're approaching fall?
man,
Hmm. Well, I mean, for me, that's good. But I mean, since I got into it in during the pandemic in 2020 is when I
Mhm.
decided I'm gonna read as much King books as I can. I try to read like sort of one a month, depending.
Oh,
On
wow.
audiobook
Okay.
a few, also. So I have audiobooked a few of them too. But if I was just like casually reading one, I think fall seems to be like the better time. You know, nice little coffee in the morning. It's
Oh,
cold
yeah.
out, and you're reading
Dude.
some Misery or something. That'll be great.
Yeah.
Misery makes you feel cold, just obviously with the snow and everything. And I'm sure with the
Yeah.
never read the book, but I'm sure with the detail that Stephen King would put in there, it would make you feel like you want like a hot chocolate or a coffee or something.
Yeah.
Just
And it's a vibe. I swear, like around fall time, I remember I like reading a lot of his short stories, just because they're easy to just jump into. I can knock one out, in a
yeah.
night. And there's just something about it when you're like posted up, end of a long day, you're just chilling in bed. And I'm like reading this. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I get so dialed in when I'm reading his books. So, but some of them, like, even being like, where we're at now, still freak me out.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, I know Jordan, since you're not feeling well, man, maybe after you could just lay down, have some tea or something, pull open a Stephen King book, make you feel
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, I don't have any of his books, but I might throw on The Shining. That gives me all the
Ooh.
cozy vibes.
I just picture you doing that face that he does when he's staring at the typewriter. You're just staring at the screen, all like just tired and sickly. You're like, "Argh." But I
Yeah.
want to start with we have this reoccurring guest here, PP Dangler. What's up, man?
Dude, what's up, PP Dangler?
What's up, man? What's going on,
What's up?
PP?
PP, Stephen King ruled my childhood. Absolutely, man. Those are some of the staples right there I grew up with.
Oh, Creep Show.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we have Alexander joining us this week. Alexander, we missed you last
Alexander?
week. We missed you. Where were you? But it's okay. All is forgiven. Welcome back.
We'll talk
4K
later.
Yeah. What's up, 4K Tent Revival?
What's up, man?
What's going on?
We got William Driver. What's up, man?
What's up, William?
What's up?
And we got Dell on Movies. What's up, brother?
What's going on?
What's happening, Dell?
And look what we have. I know, Kelsey. I knew we would lead you out into the live stream if we talked about horror books. So glad to have you here. Thank you for coming to hang out with us tonight.
Actually, checked out her channel not that long ago.
Oh, dude, she has such
yeah.
cool stuff.
Lots of great stuff.
Alexander. Oh yeah, dude, that's for you, Jordan. Wish
Oh,
you send you
thank
some
you.
good energy.
Thank you.
See, we got 4K Tent Revival. Yeah, definitely.
Those are some different choices.
Yeah.
Got Shayla. Hey, Shayla.
Misery's intense.
Hey, Shayla.
Shine on that like button. Absolutely, guys. Go be like Dell. Go hit subscribe to everybody here. Go hit the like, share it, all that stuff.
Dell's leading by example.
There we go. Hey, hon.
What's up, Aaron?
Thank you
going
for
on?
joining us.
How's it going?
She was like, "You're talking about Stephen King? Hell yeah, I'll be watching." I was like, "That's all I had to get her on here."
Is she a big fan?
Yeah, she definitely loves.
Nice.
I mean, her parents raised her right, exposed her to the King and all that good
That's
stuff.
awesome.
So, and then we got the other Stephen. Listen, we only got one King on here, and it's our Stephen.
Oh man, right here.
There we go.
No PH.
Yeah,
No PH. That's right. No Stephen. We got okay. Yep. You know what? I mean, that's a hot topic we're going to be talking about a little later.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let me go. Then we have just a few
I like
more.
them both, like the book and the movie for what they are, because they're obviously they kind of veer in different directions, but got a lot of love for both of them.
Yeah, I never read the book, so unfortunately,
Super impressive.
I do plan on reading it eventually. I want to go through all his books eventually. Outside of We Have No Kids. That's a good choice because this is from the Icebreaker earlier. Definitely surviving the Outsider.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
And then this one, damn, that was a good one. Stand By Me.
Oh
That's
yeah.
a pretty easy one to survive.
Unless you're the dead body they find.
Yeah.
You're already
Then-
done.
Yeah.
Then you're screwed. Carrie's World, Bullies in Flames, Carrie Marshmallows. Oh, there we go. And yep, Jordan, look at that. You got a Kindred Spirit.
See, there we go.
Carrie's awesome.
And then, guys, if you haven't checked out Kelsey's channel, Slime and Slashers, go check it out.
Oh yeah,
She
absolutely.
was talking about she did a whole year of Stephen King reads. So there's
Nice.
some good nostalgic
Well,
90s fun.
Well, Steven, you'll think this is cool. She had talked about, I don't remember which Dread broadcast, where it was all Gialla books.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
Yeah, nice.
I
think it was-
remember. I remember when I was checking out her channel was I believe she had done like a deep dive into David Sodergren books. That's how I came across it.
Oh,
But yeah, she definitely has good taste in books.
now we got I Thrive in the Thinner Universe. That's a good one. I wrote that. That's hilarious.
That's a good choice.
Let's see here. We got
I'm actually
Basement
reading
Books.
thinner this week. Well, this month. I'm
I
finally
remember
reading thinner.
you told me that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, Basement Plus. What's up, brother? Thank you so
Yeah,
much for
man.
joining us.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us.
I think it's the first time I've seen you on here in one of the episodes. So welcome, man.
What's going on, Tony?
And then somebody was saying, not seeing probably on my end. Oh, okay, yeah, it might be a try refreshing because there could be a chance because I see everything, at least everything seems normal on my end so far.
You have the full chat up on the side?
No, I think that's what they're referring to, because you can add that into the live stream.
Oh yeah. I put it in for a little bit, but I figured so that way we have more real estate over here. Now, I want to jump into that serious icebreaker. So, are you guys ready for this one?
I'm ready for it.
Let's do it. Do Stephen King adaptations work better when they stay faithful to the source or when the director takes liberties?
Well, I think it depends. I think it's worked both ways. Sometimes, like for at least from my opinion, something like The Mist, right? I think the ending of that was great, and they added in. I think King himself likes that ending better than the one on the book. The one in the book, they end up in a hotel and they just they survived. And spoiler alert, in the movie, he kills everyone kills himself in the car, and then he runs out of bullets and pops out and everything's going away. So yeah, I think it depends. The Dead Zone for me, I like the book a lot, right? But I sometimes since I've been reading them a lot, I try not to watch it right after, because when the book's too fresh in my mind, I tend to be a little bit too judgy to the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I did it with The Dead Zone. I watched it right after I read it, and I was like, this movie stinks. Like, I really didn't like the movie. But I remember when I first saw it, I thought it was all right. So it kind of depends, it's like 50-50. But for me, at least, there's some that have been better and some that and most of the time, the book is better.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for with The Long Walk, man, because I enjoyed the book. To me, it was a pretty short read. I mean, it kept me glued to the book the entire time. And I'm just hoping that they do it justice. And I mean, from what you were talking about earlier behind the scenes, that it got good ratings so far. I'm hoping that continues, because we've had that happen with like the new remake of Salem's Lot, for example. I didn't read the book, but I did feel like compared to the original film, I didn't enjoy it as much.
Okay.
Might be a hot topic, but I don't know. How do you guys feel about that one?
I didn't see the newest one, but I think going back to what you were asking earlier, I mean, we were talking about The Shining. I mean, The Shining is a great example of how it can excel, I think, in both the film side of things, and it takes some creative liberties. And, I felt like Kubrick was using a lot of the framework off of the book to set up the movie, but they kind of go in very different directions. So I don't know. I think that's like a great example of like where I feel like I can appreciate both. I don't mind sometimes if they take creative liberties, if it benefits, the story.
Yeah. I do have some.
That's a good example.
Kelsey says that she actually likes the King adaptations more than the books for the most part. Not always, but often.
Yeah. I agree. For the most part, I think the books are better. And then I think sometimes you have, like going back to The Shining, you have that Dr. Sleep problem where, Mike Flanagan did an incredible job of being able to please King and give it the ending that he wanted, to basically burn down the hotel. And I think that he did a great job putting it together. And that's a great sequel in the book, and it was very faithful to the book. Of course, the ending in that one is also a little different because he wanted to give King that finale that he wanted in the Stanley Kubrick one. But I mean, that Kubrick movie is one of the best. It's incredible. So I like both. And that one, it's kind of a tie for me for The Shining.
Yeah, it's interesting when you see book to movie adaptations. Like, for example, you have like Jurassic Park, We
Mhm.
have comic books. Oh,
Oh,
actually,
I
hold
have
on.
that one too.
Let me
Yeah,
flip your mail.
I had to find this one with the original cover, man.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Dude, that's cool.
I love
Do you
this
track
cover. Yeah,
do you track down a lot of like the first print hardcovers for your collection?
I tried to. Yeah, I always prefer the hardcovers. I found this guy on eBay that sold me like 5 books for like $100. It was a good deal. It was
Oh,
like 20 bucks a book, and The Shining was one of them. And these are like in great condition.
yeah.
He also sent me this one, the
I have
Pet
that one too.
Cemetery.
That's crazy.
And he gave me and then he sent me. I got the Firestarter, and I read Firestarter last year, and I was like, damn, these pages. You know how when a book gets older, the pages get yellow and stuff, and it was
Yep.
all white, like it's like pristine condition. I was like, I almost felt like it was fake, but they're not.
Yeah.
Like they're really good. The guy. So yeah, I always try to either do that or I've gone to like used bookstores and I found I've been able to find a good amount, especially the 90s Stephen King stuff, which is probably his least popular ones.
Mhm.
I was able to find a lot of those at bookstores, used bookstores, stuff like Dolores Claiborne and Gerald's Game and stuff like that, with no problem with the hardcovers, the original ones and stuff. And then some of them are really hard to track. Like I haven't been able to get Carrie, the hardcover. I
They
found
go
it
for
at
quite
one
a bit.
bookstore. I'm sorry?
Oh, they go for quite a bit for some of
Yeah, no,
them.
I'm stupidly found it in one bookstore, but it didn't have the cover. It didn't have the dust
Oh,
cover, and I should have bought it, and I didn't. And then I've never been able to find it again. I'm like, why didn't I just get that one for now? So yeah, some of them are tough to find, but a lot of them you get lucky on eBay and stuff like that, and you'll be able
You'll be
to find them.
surprised every once in a while, man. I'll definitely keep an eye out for you because I frequent a lot of thrift shops and I usually get pretty lucky with a lot of stuff, like in my area.
Yeah, I settled for the book adaptation of Carrie, the little, one of these.
Oh, okay. A little,
oh,
yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah, and it's cool because yeah, it's from the movie from that time, and it's like all the pages are all yellow and stuff. I love it, and
I love that.
I actually read this one like 2 months ago finally, and I was gonna say in the book it'll be harder to survive because she actually leaves the the campus and she starts blowing up the whole town,
Holy
so
hell.
it'll be a little harder to survive in the book,
Yeah,
That
but
so
part, I did like that part about the book though, because
yeah.
it's a little bit more drawn out. I think for the sake of the movie, it felt a little bit more self-contained, and I don't know. There's just something about how Stephen King approached it in the novel that I feel like
yeah.
was more effective.
Yeah. No, I love the movie. I love the movie from the 70s. It's just, it's really good. But yeah, the book does add a lot more to it, especially that ending.
Yeah, Kelsey was saying that, and I'm gonna circle back because it's interesting what Alexander said, but yeah, Kelsey was saying that in the book it's more of an inner battle with
Mhm.
alcoholism and slow descent into madness.
Right.
And then, oh wait, no, not that one. Hold on, that wasn't regarding to the surprise. But no, Alexander was saying, which is true. I mean, Stanley Kubrick is proof that creative expression is just as important as staying faithful to the book. And I think in that
Yeah.
situation, I mean, he did create a masterpiece. I mean,
Yeah.
but it's unfortunate that Stephen, and not our Stephen, but the king himself, that he didn't like it too much because I know our
Living
Stephen
in
liked
shadow.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. He's in the minority in that one because yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, even though I love King's work and stuff, I have to admit, that Shining movie is great.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then we got, what's up, Travis? Thank you for joining us
Travis?
tonight. Oh man. And then let's see here. Because I did want to ask you guys. So with Stephen King, right? How old were you guys when you were first exposed to Stephen King, either books or movies or shows? And do you remember the first book or movie or show that you were experienced that you got exposed to?
Oh, it was I think fifth or sixth grade for his books, and then his movies. I'm pretty sure. I think it would probably been
Yeah.
like
Okay.
the series, but that was I think probably the first I saw from him.
What about
Yeah.
you? What about you guys?
For me, it was the It movie in 1990. I
Hmm.
remember it like I don't know why I have that memory, but I remember seeing the commercials for it, and my sister and I were, and I was small, I was probably like 7 or something like that, and we watched it. I think they aired it like in 2 nights, or they skipped the night or something like that. and I remember being scared. I was like 7, or it's like I got scared. I remember there's like a shower scene in it that really scared me,
Oh yeah.
and yeah, just as a kid, and I really that was the first one, and then theatrical. Even though I didn't see it in theaters, but it was the theatrical was the first adaptation of Pet Cemetery
Hmm.
for me. And then as far as the books, I mean, to be honest, my wife turned me on. She's like, "You love all these adaptations, but never read the books." And I found the Dead Zone was the first book I ever bought. But she loves audiobooks. She listens to them a lot. And she had heard it, and she was like, "You have to listen to it." So I actually heard it. I didn't read it, and then I got hooked. And then I started, during pandemic, I started trying to find these books and started collecting. And I've
That's
been
awesome.
reading. Yeah, I've been reading for like 5 years now. I think I've read a little bit over 40 something of the books.
Oh damn.
So
Dude, yeah, that's why I
You're
told you
running laps
guys
on me.
this is the guy to have tonight. Like
Yeah.
Lee. Oh man, infinite wealth of
Yeah,
Stephen King knowledge.
it's good, man. It hooks you. Like, I take breaks in between. I'm like, all right, let me read
Yeah.
I read American Psycho a little bit ago, and I just want to read King again, and this is whatever. He just hooks you, man. He just writes so well.
I think the first couple that I picked up as far as books had to have been, I think it was Cujo and Carrie, and then eventually I ended up getting around and reading it because it's
Yeah.
quite a bit lengthier. But and the Dead Zone, ironically, was another one that I got into kind of early on.
I think it is very from all because we're all around the same age. I feel like that's one of the first ones, especially the fact that they played it so much on TV. But I am curious, Chris, what was your first surprise, guys?
What's up, Chris?
We got Chris on here.
What was it? My first Stephen King book?
Oh, either book, movie, show.
When I was a super genius when I was a kid. So somehow when I was like 7, I was reading Pet Cemetery.
Dude.
So that was my
Nice.
first, and
I was
think
reading Goosebumps in those days.
Yeah, I think
Same.
I
Yeah.
think I was autistic. I think the first movie was Carrie.
Okay.
I think because I remember the ending, the jump scare scaring the shit out of me.
Dude, you're over here just living in the future. We're here watching it, all like just clapping. We're like, at the clown. And you're over here watching Carrie and reading the book at the same time with the monocle.
Dude, my mom wasn't a big reader, but so it's funny because like looking in the background, I see Rage, which is a very
Yeah.
Yeah, hard
kinda
to
like
find.
yeah, it's a very mythical kind of story from King. And Erica actually found a copy of the Bachman books for me, and I had one when I was a kid, an original that featured Rage.
Wow,
So that was
yeah.
a very early story for me too. Some of those.
I haven't even been able to read Rage because I can't find it anywhere. And I know that the Bachman collection, it goes for like $1,000 on eBay or something. It's like
Ooh.
super
It's
expensive.
pricey.
You
I got
can
excited.
you can get the Bachman books for cheaper. The actual paperback of Rage was at a local bookstore, and they wanted, I think, $1,300 for it.
That's
Wow.
insane.
Yeah.
That's a car. That's a used car somewhere. Dude.
Yeah,
In 1995, maybe, I don't know.
But yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's
came
true.
in like a wrecking ball. Hello, everyone.
Where are these used cars you're getting, man? I want one of those right now.
Dude, they were in the small states, man. You go into like the countryside of South Carolina, you're finding them over here for like $2,000, $2,500.
Oh,
But I mean,
Oh,
they'll get
man.
you like
I gotta drive
10
over there.
miles, but
Yeah.
it's a scooter.
Chris, dude, I'm a loss for words because first of all, when we talked about you jumping on, like as a special surprise guest, I told him, and I was dead serious. I was like, don't tell your wife, don't tell anyone. Like you're gonna be a surprise. And
Sworn
dude,
to secrecy.
yeah, so damn happy. I feel like we have kind of like the Breakfast Club here of Stephen King, or the. I feel like we're like in an It movie. We just without the clown.
The Losers Club.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go, man. The losers.
Well, it's funny that it came up because the other day my sister came over, and every time she comes over, we kind of slowly will show her a classic. Like she's into Terrifier and the more modern because she's young. She came over the other day and she had mentioned how my mom started Pet Cemetery and she fell asleep, and I was like, oh well, I can't let you leave here without watching Pet Cemetery. So we watched, Pet Cemetery, and it's great, man. It holds up so well.
Did you make her listen to the podcast episode afterwards?
Well, no, because I have to bring her over again so she watches Pet Cemetery 2.
There we go.
Oh, Edward Furlong's time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, which is still another very good movie.
Well, I mean,
hell yeah.
Honestly, I'd rather watch that one than the 2019 remake or whenever that came out.
That was awful. Yeah,
I don't like that.
Don't watch that.
That was the equivalent to the Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
Oh yeah, dude, I remember being so pissed when I saw that they changed the the daughter dies, not Gage, and then it was like the oil truck turned, and then the actual oil thing came off, and it just went thunk and like knocked her into the woods.
You don't see Gage's shoe like in the other one with blood on it. No, I know. And the
tragedy, you when you change that, it changes everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the worst two have been for me that Pet Cemetery one, and then the Firestarter one that came out on Peacock. I thought that was just so bad too.
Yeah,
I didn't like that.
Zac Efron, right?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
God.
It just looks so cheap. The fire's all CGI. I was like, bring the real fire from the original with with Drew Barrymore, man. Come on.
Yeah, a lot of those movies, man. Like I feel like I have a love for a lot of the TV miniseries, like Storm of the Century, Needful Things, Rose Red, even like the Mick Garris Shining. All of those I loved, deep. Plus they were always on. Like I remember just turning on like TNT, and it would be like the second half of Storm of the Century, and it was still 3.5 hours long with commercials.
Yeah,
I love that one, man. And like especially the Shining, because I know Basement Bliss brought that up about the TV. It was a good adaptation and stuff, and I've come across it a few times on DVD, and that one's definitely, I've heard, like I don't remember. I probably saw it when I was very young, because I remember seeing it like snippets on TV, but not enough to kind of like obviously tell you if I enjoyed it as much or not. But I've heard that it holds its own pretty well.
Screen Factory put out a Blu-ray of it.
Did it? Okay.
I think last year or the year before. I don't know. Time is not real.
I've never seen that Shining. I actually went to the hotel in Colorado where they shot that one, but I never saw that adaptation of it. I know it's more faithful to the book, but I never got to. And I don't know why it didn't interest me. I was like, I love the book and I love Stanley Kubrick's version, and I just haven't seen it, but I'll get to it eventually.
Well, can we talk about how fucking great Dr. Sleep is?
Oh my God. I mean, we'll move on to that section there, because I want to talk about best King adaptations. And I mean, that one right there, I mean, there's nothing that I could see wrong with that movie. Like, it's an absolute masterpiece. I mean, the shots, like the making, like doing the scenes in the hotel, like the blood coming out of the elevator, everything was just absolutely top. It was a love letter. It was just saying, Stephen King, I love you, and I'm a director because of everything that you've written and inspired me, and here you go, you're my grand opus to you.
That's Mike Flanagan, dude. And even Gerald's Game is like a really good adaptation too. That one's really good.
I like that one.
I think Stephen King found the guy to be doing a lot of his adaptations so far. I mean, because he's only done 2, right? He's only done 2 so far.
Well, no, The Life of Chuck recently. He did The Life of Chuck. And I mean, I think he's up there with Frank Darabont, because I can't forget about him. I mean, his adaptations have been great. Shawshank's still considered to a lot of people like the greatest movie ever, and The Green Mile is amazing, and The Mist. That one he made it better than the book in my opinion. So he's up there too.
Well, yeah. What do you? Oh no.
I think very few people have the ability to pull what's best adapted from the page, and that was like, I would say, like Mick Garris, Frank Darabont, so far Mike Flanagan, everybody else. I mean, there's great adaptations, especially I think he has better adaptations of his novellas. than I do his full novels. But Andy Muschietti's It was great, both 1 and 2. I loved.
Yeah.
Tom McLaughlin, his Sometimes They Come Back.
Oh,
is
yeah.
a favorite of my wife
Oh, I
and
love
I.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
Yeah.
Sometimes
And
they come back again, not so much.
Yeah.
what about Sometimes They Come Back for more?
Yeah.
For more,
There
right?
we go.
I don't know.
Sometimes they don't stop coming back.
Sometimes they just keep coming back.
Sometimes they don't get the hint. They just keep coming back.
They just keep on coming. I mean, the only one I don't like, hands down, the only Stephen King story I don't like is The Stand, but that's it.
The
Oh, wow.
original or the new TV series that they just did not too long ago.
I just don't like anything about The Stand.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. You're not like the
What?
book either?
No, I don't like either of them. Nope.
Oh, wow.
Oh my
Oh, man.
god.
I like
That's
The
another-
Stand.
I finally read it in December of last year, and it's a big one. And I got the unbridged one, the one that's like even longer. It goes like 1,200 pages, and I was locked in, dude. I really liked it. I've never actually seen any of the adaptations though, but I did love the book, to be honest.
Oh, guys. Before we keep going, I know that, like I mentioned earlier in the show, Jordan actually hasn't been feeling too well, so he is kind of gonna go and get some rest and recuperate. But brother, before we go, I want to give you the spotlight real quick, so that way you kind of just let everybody know if you got whatever voice you have left. Throw them some promo codes, whatever you want to say, go for it.
Yeah, man. You can find me. I'm sure you guys already know the Movie Den. Sorry, I was hoping to have a video out tomorrow. I don't know if that's gonna happen, so it'll probably be. I'm hoping for Thursday. I'll have one out. But yeah, there's a code right there.
There it is.
Save yourself 10% off over at the movie room, and there's a lot of cool stuff he's got going on over there right now. But that's about all I have.
Well,
Oh,
feel
yeah.
better, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel better, dude.
Yeah, thanks.
Feel
I'll
better, brother.
be watching though.
Go read a Stephen King book.
There we go.
Yeah.
You're gonna be here in spirit, brother. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
always.
All right, guys.
See you,
man.
buddy.
Take it easy.
Shh, sleep now,
Man.
sweet prince.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna bring all of us with him.
Yeah. Tuck us in. Like nighty night.
You get to
Oh,
see his nighttime routine.
Dude, well, yeah, man. I was so happy that Jordan was able to jump on. I felt bad. I told him earlier that it's like, no pressure. I know he's been the last few days he's been going through the ringer, but appreciate him coming on. I know for all the fans of Jordan out there watching. And then we got Chris on here. He was like, again, super duper Stephen. I'm actually curious which one of you two is a bigger Stephen King fan between Lee and Chris. We might have to have like a battle royale or something.
I don't think it
Probably-
matters, man.
Probably Lee. I mean, when I got backstage, I heard that he read 40 Stephen King books
Yeah.
in the last couple of years.
Dude.
So
Yeah. I got into it. I went deep in there. But
He went into the rabbit hole.
But no, I mean, for me, to be honest, when it comes to the books, I think the first one was audiobook was like 2017, so it's kind of still fresh considering, since I was like 7, I've watched movie adaptations, but for the books themselves, it's something that I just really got into, and I was like, oh, I really like it, and I started reading them on, and I'm taking my time with it, for example, The Stand, like we were talking about, it's one of his most popular one, but I didn't read that one till last year. The first one that I read, actually read, not that I heard, was Billy Summers, which came out in 2020. I really enjoyed it a lot. That one is they haven't adapted it yet. It's about what is he's like a hitman. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. I'll put it up here so you guys can see
dude.
it.
Let me zoom
Yeah.
you in here.
Nice.
So I really enjoyed this one, and it's always gonna have like a special place in my heart because it's the first one I read.
It's always special.
Yeah, but I'm just going through it slow, little by little, and when I finally finish, then I'm gonna read it. I want to read it and consume it that way. Nothing wrong with audiobooks. I think it's great. I love audiobooks, but I want to read it. But yeah, man, just been going through them for a few years, and
Oh yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised by Christine. I loved the book.
yeah,
I always liked the movie,
Yeah.
but man, the book is so good, dude. I
I love
and John
Christine.
Carpenter's movie is really cool too. I enjoy that.
what are,
Yeah,
what are
my-
Two
some of-
masters.
Also,
my wife's been slowly collecting the first the hardcover first editions,
Ooh.
and it's
Awesome.
been making me want to go back and revisit some of them.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. No, they're fun, man. They're locked in, and if she's collecting those the covers are amazing. They're awesome, man. Those are the way to go.
I love the older covers. There's something
Yeah.
about those ones that stand out compared to, how there was like, I mean, there's been a number of like re-releases, and I don't know. There's just the originals. Just I don't know. There's something that just so memorable about them.
I know
Yeah.
Ken recently posted on Instagram some new covers at Target for the new books. I mean, well, not for the new books, for the older ones, but they redid the covers. They looked amazing. Like they looked
Oh.
beautiful, but
Didn't Ghoulish Gary do the covers
I'm not sure
for a couple of them?
for what, for the new ones.
Yeah, I got to go back and look at which ones they were,
Yeah.
but I saw what you were talking about.
Yeah, man. Like, and I saw them. I was like, damn, they're beautiful. But it's something about the original ones. I know for me, I know what Lee was talking about earlier. Like some of the books, because
Mhm.
they're older, they have like those yellow pages.
Yeah.
Personally, dude, I love that. Like, I love the smell
The
of
smell. Yeah.
old books. Like, it
Mhm.
just feels like the
Same.
90s, and it just feels good. And I mean,
So-
I'm an audiobook reader or listener, but
Yeah.
there's something about sometimes having that book in your hand and the weight and the feeling of the pages and that smell that, for me, it immerses me a little bit more. But how do you guys feel about that?
Oh, I anything like physical that I can just be able to read from it. I think it enhances the experience. Like you're committed to sitting down and actively like engaging in it. Because the other way that I read them sometimes is just, especially if I'm on the go, I have them like through Kindle, and I'll just read them that way. But it doesn't. It's not the same whatsoever. It's just for the sake of convenience. Sometimes, like if we're traveling.
Yeah.
So here's
for sure.
here's a pretty cool one for you guys. I don't know where we found this. It was $3 wherever it was. This is from 1993. This is actually a book of his films.
Oh,
Oh,
let
that's
me-
cool.
Let me flip your camera.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
That's
Yeah,
sick.
Dude.
so this was published in 1993, and it gives like fun facts. It has like actually King kind of commentating on "Here's my cat."
Hey.
Oh, Pet Cemetery.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh God.
And the butt.
But rated R. Oh
Dad
no,
is
don't.
better.
don't
Dad
no.
is better.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh,
man.
God.
That's it. Highlight of the.
Oh,
There we go.
God.
That's gonna be the thumbnail. Jesus.
He
Oh
moved.
man.
Oh no, that was wild.
We're
Hey.
getting flagged on YouTube now. Great.
Dude.
Damn it, Chris.
Yeah.
Always causing ruckus.
Can't believe Ken showed up that early. Come here.
That's fucking
You-
hilarious.
you train your cat. You're like, all right, you were supposed to be here in 5 minutes, not now.
Yeah. Make sure to show your butt to these guys.
Now he's putting his butt on my drink.
Oh, pause. Oh no. I'll get
Um,
pink eye.
But yeah, this
Up,
was
Jeff.
this was an interesting one, and they
Jeff?
actually put out a new version of this.
That's cool. Yeah, to update it from '93 till now. Yeah, they've done so many movies, but that's cool.
What's up, buddy?
I saw somebody comment about The Stand.
Oh yeah, let me put it up for you.
So my problem with The Stand is I think King already like meanders on too much about things,
Mhm.
and The
Yeah.
Stand introduces you to like 112 characters that play no importance in the story. And there's just a point where you're like, what, who is like, why did I just read 100 pages about this guy named Nick that I'll never hear from again? Like, I don't like,
He was
That's
like a
my
gas
issue.
attendant, a gas
It's
station
e-
attendant or something. Just some
Dude,
random dude.
it's even worse than the director's cut. It's like the director's cut of the book. You're like,
Yeah, it's
holy
long
hell.
area.
Dude, I would say the remake to The Stand though, the show, the brother of the guy that plays it in the 2017 version, he's the bad guy in that, and I really enjoyed it. Felt almost like the Walking Dead type thing, but
Mhm.
obviously without the zombies, and
Yeah.
it was kind of cool, man. It was like Mad Max meets the Walking Dead type situation.
Sick.
It's
Yeah.
I think Mick Garris's is cool. No, stay on this side. I think Mick Garris's is a good adaptation. I don't know. It's one of his stories that just always never really.
He's like, I feel like it's either love it or hate it with like the world building that he does, because he's very, very detail oriented, And trust me, there's been some moments in some of his books where it's like, okay, kind of a little bit of a slog to get through certain sections, but overall, I mean, I would say his hit ratio is pretty high, for the books I do love.
His
Yeah.
his short stories, I think, are just where he
Oh, yeah.
thrives. You know what I
Yep.
mean? My favorite
best.
of his are his short story collections because they're like a lot of people don't realize that things like Shawshank Redemption that
Yep.
was a short, The Stand
Yeah.
or not The Stand. I'm sorry,
The Mist.
The Mist. Oh.
The Mist.
Is it Maximum
The
Overdrive one?
Body, which became what's that movie? Stand by Me.
Oh, Stand By Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think different seasons. That book has four novellas in it, and out of 4, 3 of them are movies. As At Pupil. Oh, here we go again.
Oh God.
It's
Return of the
back.
Butt.
It's talk about freaking a horror, a horror novel.
Don't mind my cat's butt.
Yeah. We'll just have to. We're just gonna put a little link here. Only pause.
But like censor
Only-
it out. You know what I mean? Like it'll
Censor it out,
censor
a little
across the
censor
screen.
bar. Oh God, we're live. Well, I want to ask you guys because obviously we're talking about a lot of like the stuff that we love, right, with Stephen King. But I do want to talk about some of the disappointments, right? Like some of the films that didn't live up to the source. You have like Dreamcatcher, The Dark Tower. Why do you think these type of adaptations fail? Besides obviously like bad scripts, budgets, or like King sprawling type stories, where like you were talking about Chris earlier, where he just sometimes meandered a little too much. Like, what are your thoughts on like these type of failed adaptations?
Well, I don't think it always hit like it's tough because I don't think that his work always translates, especially because some of the books are so dense. So
Yeah.
you really have to understand the source material to be able to like really get it to adapt to film. I mean, I would say the more recent did a phenomenal job at translating the book and how like it's a very complex story, and
Yeah.
I felt like it was Andy Muschietti
Mhm.
did a phenomenal job translating that to those two films.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's the easiest task. I think that the miniseries did a good job for the time, but I think that there's both both adaptations. There's a lot to love about either of them.
I think a lot of the times when it comes to it, people tend to enjoy the adults in the original miniseries, and then in the kid stuff in the Andy Muschietti ones. I like both. I thought It Chapter 2 was great, and I think I like spending a lot of time with the adults in the book for sure. But yeah, people do tend to like to spend the time with the kids, and I think the first It Chapter 1 also came with the success because Stranger Things was so hot at the time.
Oh yeah, yep.
And that people saw these kids and riding bike, and it takes place in the 80s. That was smart too because he switched it from the 50s to the 80s, so then in present day could be 2017 for volume 2. And that was smart because we all have the nostalgia of the 80s more than we do of the 50s now in the newer generations and stuff. So
Yeah, I think there's a couple things when it comes to the track record of bad adaptations. I think one is same. I don't like the Dead. That's my least favorite Cronenberg movie. Is the Dead Zone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think nothing happens that whole entire movie.
So you're
Yeah,
saying
I
there's
didn't- I
no
didn't dig
chance
it.
for a Beyond the Blood episode of the Dead Zone?
I mean,
Damn.
I'll sacrifice for you, man. But
Chris is falling on the
um,
sword.
I think the failures of Stephen King adaptations, especially more modern, fail because of studios trying to kind of hop on the King IP train,
Mhm.
and they're trying to rush things out, and you can't do that with King's material. It's so dense. You really need somebody to approach it with a really fine hand. I mean, I think best example would be like Gary Doberman's recent Salem's Lot compared to Toby Hooper's. Half the time I forget that there was even a remake of or a retelling of Salem's Lot because it just kind of came and went so fast. It made no impact.
Yeah, straight to HBO. It was supposed to come out theatrically, and they delayed it, and they just throw it on HBO Max.
Yeah,
That was already a bad sign for it.
Yeah.
What else are like not so? I mean, Idris Elba's The Dark Tower was like a total man,
Good.
that was like,
Yeah.
I haven't read
Dreamcatcher.
them yet, but yeah, people just I didn't like the movie anyways. But I mean, The Dark Tower is like what 7-8 books, so just to try to get a lot of that in 1 hour and a half movie. It wasn't even a 2 hour movie. It was gonna fail. Yeah.
Yeah.
what are other Stephen King adaptation flops? Like,
Well,
I'm
you got
trying-
Dreamcatcher. I mean,
I like Dreamcatcher though.
yeah, I was gonna say I enjoyed it. When I watched it in high school when it came out. I enjoyed it. I haven't seen it since.
It's got the
But-
It's got poop monsters.
Yeah. I was gonna say The Dark Half, but The Dark Half is not
Yeah,
a good
Cujo.
book either. It's not that good of a book. So
Oh, I
The
like
Dark Half, the
Half.
one about the writer. I don't know if you guys saw the movie or,
Yeah.
or read the
course.
book.
Yeah. I think the Dark Half movie is better than
The book.
the book because I think Romero was able to tap into the same mindset and the same understanding that King was at the time he wrote it, kind of battling with money and doing his first studio project, and so I think that helped. So it says here that film flops, and the first one was Maximum Overdrive.
No.
Let's see, Children of the Corn sequels.
Yeah.
Don't know what that.
But when you say flop, do you mean movies that didn't do well at the box office, or movies that were just not very good adaptations?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to find. I mean, I'm just on Google.
Yeah.
Am I the only one who doesn't like Children of the Corn? Either
I
of
don't
that
like
movie.
it either.
Okay.
I don't like it.
I like it,
It's
but
boring.
I don't love it. But I mean, I think the reason why is for me it's the nostalgia, growing
Yeah.
up and
Yeah.
watching it as a
I get
kid.
that.
But
It's got
when
Linda
you
Hamilton, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
does.
Nah, it has some cool little moments to it, but I've never been a big fan of it. I don't have as much nostalgia because I didn't watch it as a kid. I think I
Yeah.
finally watched it when I was like in high school, which I guess you're still a kid then, but I wasn't like preteen or anything.
Yeah.
And then I just bought the DVD and I watched it again. I was like, oh man, I don't really like this one too much. But I understand the love for it. I just don't understand why they needed to make 17 sequels to it.
Yeah.
I think the score is really creepy.
Yeah, I like the first 3 Children of the Corn.
What about
All to varying degrees.
we
Nice.
we have Secret Window with Johnny Depp. I know that movie. I have it on Blu-ray, and I never hear people talk about it. I don't know
No.
how well it did, but what do you guys think about
I
that?
think
Like
it did
something
pretty
like that?
well. I
It
think
did?
it did pretty
Okay.
well, yeah. I remember going to see it in the theaters. It's pretty faithful to the short story. I mean, I think when you adapt the short stories, it's not hard to get it, to get
Yeah.
the full story in there because they're shorter. Like recently with The Life of Chuck, Netflix did that. Mr. Harrison's Phone. I didn't like the movie. The short story is not that great either. But you could adapt the short stories. I think it's a little bit easier than to really get these books that are a lot longer. And a lot of the time they work as a miniseries, like The Outsider. I thought that was amazing.
The
What about-
Outsider's fantastic. Yeah.
What about Cell? Did that one? I'm pretty sure that didn't do very well when that came
Yes,
out.
Hell was a complete. Yeah, and it's a great book too. So I don't know how they messed that up, but
Yeah, I read that book this year and
Mm.
I liked it. The
Yeah.
movie I never even saw it. It just was like a direct to DVD. They were trying to get the cast from like 1408 back together, and I guess it didn't work out.
yeah. What was the one? What were you? What did you just? You just asked about a movie, GC.
I was-
Secret Window.
And then I wanted to ask you guys about the show Rose Red, like that little mini series, because I know that's one that's been stuck on DVD, and I personally loved it. Yeah, so
Love Rose Red. I will say about Secret Window, I think Secret Window is so middle of the road, you kind of just forget about it. Like
yeah,
it's so average, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? That it's not
Yeah.
bad, it's not great, but like you just John Turturro's performance is really good in it.
yeah,
Yeah, I think what happened with that too, that people were like, "Oh, Fight Club came out a few years before. This is an amazing movie. Let's try to get some more
Yeah.
of this type
I
of,
can see
like one guy playing two, with a guy that doesn't exist, and then but it just
I
didn't.
wonder if it did
didn't
good in
hit.
theaters because it was Johnny Depp. Like, I wonder if they would have had somebody
Yeah.
else, if it would have still done as good, because obviously Johnny Depp back then too. I mean, he's always been Johnny Depp. Every time he comes out in theaters, everybody shows up. But I think around that time,
He was coming off
yeah,
Pirates.
so
Yeah.
the hype was massive with him,
Yeah.
and people were like, "Oh shit, Stephen King, Johnny Depp, hell yeah!"
Dude, I just realized I'm checking the box office for Secret Window, but good year for Maria Bello doing History of Violence and Secret Window in the same year.
History of Violence is so good.
So in the
Oh my god, it's getting a Criterion.
so
excited.
soon.
yeah, it's great, dude. It was, let's see. So budget was $40 million. I don't know what the hell they spent that on.
He's just in a cabin the
Johnny
whole
Depp.
movie.
His cigarettes.
On Johnny Depp, they
Yeah,
paid
right.
20
His
20
wine
million for
habit.
him.
Yeah. They're just
Worldwide
paying for-
gross was 92 million. So it you know,
Yeah,
But I
barely.
feel like that was like that weird in between phase where you had, because you said it was what, 2005 that came out.
yeah.
4. Okay, so we were still at the point where, you know, we were just now getting like Saw right around that time, and Hostel I don't think was out at that time. So it's like I always think of like the early 2000s as kind of that awkward period where you got some like decent horror movies, but it's kind of trying to forge its identity around
Yeah.
that.
like Prom Night and Texas Chainsaw and all this stuff going on, and you would get King adaptations here and there in that time. But as we were saying, once it came out in 2017, it blew it up, and now we're getting like every year we're getting like 2 or 3. Like this year we're getting Long Walk Soon, and we had Life of Chuck, and we had The Monkey at the beginning of the year.
Welcome to Derry's coming.
You know, there's a bunch. Like, yeah, you got the show. Like he's like releasing. They're like doing 3 at least a year.
I want you guys to take a second to think of how weird 2004 was for horror. Okay, first of all, we did get another adaptation. We got Mick Garris's Riding the Bullet. That was 2004. That
Okay.
was Stephen King.
Oh,
I
But
remember that one. I love that one.
here's a couple.
we had Dawn of the Dead.
Yep,
that
yeah.
year, right?
Here's a couple of highlights. So we got Saw. U.S. theatrical release was 2004. Club Dread.
Mhm.
Shaun
like
of the
it.
Dead.
That's a good one.
I like
We
it.
got 2 Ginger Snaps movies. Ginger Snaps 2 and 3. Toby
Yeah.
Hooper's Toolbox Murders remake, which is like, what the hell? Secret Window, Van Helsing,
Ugh.
Seed of Chucky,
No thanks.
Blade Trinity,
Terrible.
Resident Evil Apocalypse.
GC loves it.
Listen, I'm a big old whore for
diehard.
Resident Evil
He
franchise.
loves Resident Evil. Hell yeah.
One of my wife's favorites, Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys.
Okay. Now we're
Um,
talking.
Nice.
And then we
Now
we
you're-
also got one of my favorites, The Butterfly Effect.
I love that one.
used to like it.
and Wes
Yeah,
Craven's
Can't
Curse.
do it no more.
Oh, that one. That
Oh,
one's
man.
interesting to find on Blu-ray.
Didn't they have like a lot of like issues with
Shop has it.
production?
Oh, it had
Yeah.
It was
it's a
cursed for
mess.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was cursed. That's what they said, and there's like an unrated version that's a little bit
Yeah.
better because that one was
Barely.
supposed
Yeah.
to be rated R, but it was like I would love to see like what they really wanted to do with it. I think Kevin Williamson wrote that
Mhm.
one too.
Yeah, that was such a big deal because it was like the return of Craven and Williamson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I went to the movies and it was empty. I was like, oh, this is not. not a good
That's
sign.
another one that Scream Factory like snuck out on Blu-ray and nobody like. I bought it and nobody talked
Yeah,
about
but
it.
but it's the PG-13
No, it's
cut,
both.
right? They didn't even add the unrated.
Yeah, it's both,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, okay. Well, that's something. I want to get it, but I'll just wait for it to go on sale. or
Oh,
something.
we got a hot topic here. Actually not. I
Uh-oh.
can't Puppet Master.
Easy,
Zero
man.
stars.
Easy,
0
man.
stars.
I won't-
Whoa, we're live, brother. You cannot say stuff like that. I haven't seen it.
What's that last Puppet Master movie they did? I actually liked it. The last, what was it called?
The New Right?
Damn, it was pretty good. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, the New Right.
That one was pretty funny. I like that one.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Puppet Master guy,
Yeah.
but I like that one.
Well, let me ask you guys about some because I want to talk about. We haven't talked about Golden Years. We haven't talked about Graveyard Shift. The original Silver Bullet, and then the Langoliers. I know someone here was mentioning Jason Byers official was talking about that he loved that movie as a kid. But how do you guys feel if they did a remake for these, or do you feel like these were good as they were? Did you enjoy any of these?
Wait, read them off again. It was
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
it
what
was Langoliers, it was Golden Years, Silver Bullet, and Graveyard Shift.
well, I love the last two. I don't
Okay,
know.
so
Silver Bullet is the one with one of the Corys, right? He's in a wheelchair
Yeah.
the whole time. I like that one. That's pretty
Yep.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, of that list, Silver Bullet's probably my favorite.
is it okay?
I'd
I mean,
say
yeah,
Silver Bullet, and then Graveyard Shift. I like both of those a lot.
Graveyard Shift is
So-
yeah, man.
Silver Bullet was such a cool idea because it was originally supposed to be, if I remember correctly, it was supposed to be a story in a calendar that was going to be illustrated, and every month that you would flip, the story would continue. And it was called Cycle of the Werewolf. And then eventually, somehow, it went down the hole, and it turned into like a just like an animated story. You know what I mean? And then you got the adaptation. And I think a lot of people forget, or a lot of people don't realize that Cycle of the Werewolf is the Silver Bullet story.
Mm.
Yeah, that
Oh.
one. I definitely. I haven't seen it since I was a kid, and I remember like loving it. Obviously, with the whole hype with the Coreys, every time they came out with something, I was like, oh man. But yeah, man.
The Langoliers, I you know what, that's one that I have to watch. I read the story, the short story. I think it's a novella or whatever, and I liked it, but I never watched the movie. It passed me by. I gotta admit, I haven't
It
seen that one.
reminds me of the show, like I think it was either the 4400 or there was another show on Netflix that has to do with like a plane disappearing and going into somewhere else and then coming back.
Yeah, I think that was the 4400. I think.
Yeah, I know that one. But then they made
Mm.
another one too. There was a more modern show that they did a few years back.
Yeah, it was called. I forget.
Damn it! Yeah, thought you had it for a second. I got excited. I was like, oh, thank God.
Just like the plane, my memory disappeared.
Just disappears
I
completely.
thought it was wild when I found out that Don Coscarelli was supposed to direct Silver Bullet,
Mm-hmm.
which is just
Yeah,
like
originally.
crazy what you
Yeah.
could have gotten.
Yeah, I forget what I was listening to. There was a podcast I was listening to that was talking all about Silver Bullet. I forget now. I don't know. Much like the plane.
There's a recurring thing here.
You know what? We're trapped in a cycle. We are in the Stephen King story right now.
Dude, I'm down with it.
Yeah,
It's just-
somebody said he wished the werewolf design was better for Silver Bullet.
Oh yeah, with Dan. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Not bad.
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, it's no American Werewolf in London, but
you know.
Well, I was gonna say that was after American
Mm.
Werewolf and in London.
It's no Howling 3, if
Should've
you
done
know what I
better.
mean.
it's no end credits of Howling 2. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well,
The first Howling has good werewolf.
Well, have you ever seen Howling 2?
no.
No, I stopped that one.
Well, the end credits is literally just tits flying out of a bra over and over and over again. That's all it is.
That's
Literally the end credits for the
Nice.
Howling 2.
Dude,
for
there
like
needs to
2.5
be more love
minutes.
for the marsupials.
What's her
Oh.
name? I forget. What's that actress's name?
Oh, damn it.
There's a moment in
telling
a
you.
movie where she like, I forget, is she transforming into the werewolf and her chest extends so her top rips? And they just play that over and over again in the credits, like as
For like
fast.
2.5 minutes, 3 minutes.
That's why.
Oh,
Oh, the
Sybil
80s.
Danning?
Yeah, Sybil Dan. That's
Yep.
what it is. Yeah.
Jeff
Oh,
came in
Manifest.
clutch. Manifest. Thank you, Jeff.
Um,
Oh, here we go. Somebody said
American Werewolf in Paris.
I like
Oh, the
Williams.
Paris
Oh,
one
no.
with the CGI.
Yeah.
credit to Holly 2 makes the
Howling
movie worth it.
does. Yeah.
You watch an hour and a half of the movie and then just to enjoy the last 2-3 minutes. That's hilarious.
You ever seen the meme of like the guy in the theater like ferociously clapping at the
That's
movie?
Shia LaBeouf. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Yeah,
He's
That-
Oh,
crying.
yeah,
that-
yeah.
that's me after the credits of Howling.
Just a stand. It's like a 17-minute standing ovation or something.
It was
I'm
worth
trying
it.
to clean the theater and I'm just there clapping.
He's been here for 17 minutes. So we talked about some of the movies, some of the shows that we didn't quite enjoy. If you had to pick 3 of his adaptations, and for this one I'm just gonna stick to movies, not shows, just keep it a little easier. If you had to pick 3, right? That's it, just 3 to exist.
Oh,
Which
damn,
of the
man.
yeah, it's gonna be hard. Which one of those 3 movies are you
Damn.
keeping?
Wait, can we start throwing them out there?
Yeah, go for it. Whoever wants to go first.
Okay. Well, we already mentioned this earlier, but
Oh, here we go.
we got Christine.
Pulling out the big guns.
John Carpenter's Christine.
Is that the DVD?
No, man. Come on.
Oh, the VHS? Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that's pristine, man.
Yeah, so Christine, a lot of love for that movie. That one was one that I felt like went under the radar for me getting into horror. And, you know, I was already, at the time getting into John Carpenter, and naturally I kind of started branching off and checking out some of his other movies, and I just fell in love with this movie. The score, the atmosphere, just the cast, cinematography is gorgeous.
Yeah, score. I know,
Oh my god, the scenes where like Christine's on fire, and like there's certain like darker scenes that just are so effective for just like the pure terror of like this metal machine that could basically, you know, like anyone could be a victim from it, you know.
I love that scene where the car's on fire and she's following that dude on the highway, and when the camera zoomed into the car while it's on fire, dude, the colors were so beautiful. And I was watching this on Blu-ray, like an old Blu-ray, and it was so beautiful and cinematic. Like I thought to myself, like this would be a perfect like photo to just kind of frame up. I mean, it's incredible, that movie, what they did with the car putting itself back together.
So
the fire, like everything that they did, dude. Like there wasn't a moment where I thought to myself, "Oh, this is an old movie." Like it was just so well done, man. For the lack of CGI and everything during the time.
I think the "show me" moment is one of the best in like any Stephen King adaptation ever.
Yeah.
And it's such a perfect marriage with John Carpenter, because Carpenter's not a flashy director, and it works for Christine and his score. Like we're seeing John Carpenter in October in New York.
I'm jealous.
And
how dare you?
Nice.
It's like so like to me it's gonna be so cool, you know, to hear him play Halloween and stuff, but I can't wait to hear. I really hope he plays Christine, because that's my favorite of his scores.
You should shout it. Just yo, play Christine, or like encore.
Christine.
But I was gonna
Prince of Darkness.
I was gonna go Freebird.
You know he wouldn't take that well.
Ghost of Mars.
You take
Oh no.
You take a handmade sign and you're like, play Christine, and you're the only one holding it up, blocking people behind you. How dare you come on here live and taunt all our viewers with this awesome experience? How dare you, sir?
Steve, what are your up to?
So you're gonna do the other two, or are we doing 1-1-1 and then
how do you want to do it?
Hey, listen, whatever you guys feel comfortable. You know what, Lee? You're the guest of honor. Besides you and Chris are gonna fight between deciding how we're gonna do it. You guys are the guests.
Oh, I don't think we need to fight. I figure maybe we'll do one. Each, and
let's do it.
Two.
Yeah.
I have a couple honorable mentions. There's no way I could just be limited to 3.
I just wanted to make it extremely difficult. I was like, if you have to delete, only keep 3 and everything else gets deleted from existence. I was just curious what those 3 would be, because there's so many good ones.
For sure.
Yeah,
I know a lot
tough. I'm gonna go with the one, like, I guess the one everyone's gonna be like, of course you picked it, but you know, I gotta go.
Shawshank.
It's a good one.
Shawshank. You know,
that was your choice too. No, wasn't it? It was the Green Mile, being in like when we talked about which universe you would survive in the longest.
Oh yeah, I said Green Mile to survive. Yeah, I'll just be one of the guys in the jail. But yeah, I mean, what isn't there to say about that movie? It's amazing, man. I love it. Most people do, and I wouldn't want it to disappear. So if I have to choose 3, I gotta throw that one in there.
I want to go with, which is going to be a hard one, but I do want to go with It, and I want to talk about the original one, not the remake, but the original, because the remake's fantastic. I enjoyed it, but to me, to me that one is just it was the first, I think, probably the first Stephen King movie that I saw, and it always has that special place. The simplicity of it, it's just so creepy. The scene where he's standing in the water right in where that water plant is, and he's just waving from a distance. I mean, dude, whenever I drive by any place that looks similar to that, I'm always thinking, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna stare too long. I don't need to see freaking some clown just waving at me.
No spoilers. But
yeah, sorry guys.
No. I was just gonna say, but there's one scene in Weapons that reminded me of that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Without
Yeah.
no spoilers.
Well, GC and I did the spoiler.
Oh, we
one,
went.
so.
We went
all
damn spoiler. We probably spoiled like the prequel that they're gonna make already. Like we just went in there, man. We're like, screw this.
Yeah, It's out on digital today, so people could rent it and watch it at home or whatever.
We have a lot of people that put in their favorites already. Man, you guys are quick, man. He just said screw all the other pieces of work that he put and just you're like, that's it.
Yeah, I thought it was one at a time, guys. You did all three.
Everybody's just like all three. Well, what about you, Chris? Which one are you picking, brother?
So first, I feel like I have to be the unsung hero for Brian De Palma's Carrie.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's not a bad choice at all.
I think it laid the foundation for pretty much
I'll put it up for you.
Yeah, I have mine on the shelf. Yeah, there you go.
Beautiful.
I think it's a mix of.
Oh, hold on.
I got this one for Lee.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I think a lot of people. Carrie's a very tough book to adapt because of how it's written. And I think that movie can only work with the style of Brian De Palma because the Chloe Grace Moretz remake was not good. And the 2001 TV version was not good.
Yeah.
I think De Palma with he really it's such a beautiful movie that turns so tragic, and even after it turns tragic, it's still such a beautiful movie just thanks to his visual style. My only complaint about Carrie is I think the prom scene gets a little too wild with the editing and with the split screens and all of that stuff. Like, I think it gets a little too crazy, which he's actually admitted later in his career that he thinks they went a little over the top with that.
Yeah.
But I don't. I think the slow motion lead up to the bucket dropping and Carrie, that like 2-minute sequence of everyone realizing what's happening except Carrie on stage.
Yeah, they see him under the stage. And stuff.
I think that moment alone is like perfect. So if I had to go for 3, that would definitely be 1. I think that set the stage for pretty much all adaptations to come. You know what I mean? I think that really put it up there high. You know, set a high bar.
Dude, that's a good choice, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard.
Yeah,
Very
it's a
good
good
choice.
movie. Yeah, I just rewatched it recently with the Arrow one that came out, and that was totally different from the Dead Zone. I read the book recently, and I watched the movie the same night after I finished the book, and I really enjoyed the movie a lot. And one of the special features is really cool. It shows you all 3 adaptations and what they got right from the book, and I thought that was a really cool little snippet there to add to it. It's really cool.
Now, I do want to say,
so, number 2,
what's
Steven.
up, Keith? Steven, are you going to be the hero and claim the mist?
Oh, Keith is not going to be he's not going to be happy with me then.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to have to this one I absolutely adore. And this isn't the full length one, but got Salem Slot. I fucking love Salem Slot.
Oh.
That's a good choice.
Yes, this one's obviously a little bit shorter in length compared to like the full series. That's obviously a lot longer, but nonetheless, it's one of, I feel like it's a very, like, I don't feel like it gets talked about enough as far as like Tobe Hooper films, and I just love how immersive it is. It's obviously a lot longer. You get more time with these characters, but that's what I absolutely love about it. Barlow is fucking creepy. The kids coming to the window, like even for the effects back then, it's just so fucking effective with like the swirling like fog behind him and then flying through the window. You could just feel like there's just something evil that is just lingering in this town. And I felt like Tobe Hooper did such a great job at conveying that. I've read the book too, and I think this is one where I feel like the adaptation and the book really kind of elevate the experience for me. And I go back and forth on this probably being my favorite Stephen King book and adaptation. just because I don't know, it works for me.
Alexander,
Yeah,
how
I
dare
get
you
that.
break Steven's heart?
It's
Oh,
okay. It's all good.
Yeah.
There
Him,
you go.
it's for me. It's always the image of him in the chair in the corner
Yep.
when he turns and the eyes are white over.
Very,
And,
very
Yeah.
drawn out, slow,
Yeah.
methodical.
Yeah.
but at the same time, I think people would like the Toby Hooper book better or the movie better if they read the book,
Yes.
because
The
the
deep
book
appreciation.
is great. Yeah, the book is fantastic.
Book is great.
What about you, Lee?
Oh, I'm gonna do number
Yeah.
2. Can I do one as a joke first?
Do it.
Come here. Dun dun
Oh,
dun.
here we go.
The Running Man,
Are you
hell
baby.
excited
yeah.
for the Edgar Wright readaptation?
I wasn't. I mean, it obviously looks like they're adapting the story more like the book.
Mhm.
At the same time, I wasn't too big on the trailer. I thought it looked a little goofy, but I do like Edward Wright, so let's see what he does with it. I'll go check
Mhm.
it out, but the trailer doesn't have me too excited.
Lee, you have the Running
I
Man
don't know,
right
man.
next to you, dude. Like behind us, like the wallpaper and the live stream. No, on the live stream. And-
Oh, I was like,
yeah,
one
if
of
you
the
if
book
you
here.
look
I
where
was
the
like, I do
logo
have
is on the
book.
screen, it actually says Running Man right next to you. So I think it was like meant to be.
Oh, I thought you were seeing my
Dude.
my little book here of the movie too. But no, I don't know, man. I'm kind of I don't know if I brought. Yeah, I gotta do this one.
Is
I
this gonna
mean,
be the
how
second
can I
one, like
not?
the official?
Yeah, this is the
Oh,
Power
official.
ranking.
I do like the Running Man with Schwarzenegger. I think it's a fun movie, but I wouldn't if it doesn't exist. It is what it is.
Oh yeah.
damn, yeah.
I mean, you
At
gotta
least
this
Lee got
one
all the bangers.
talking about
Dude, just rewatched it 2 days ago.
talk about adapting it. Yeah, I mean, I gotta say Rob Reiner is another one that's adapted King pretty well. I mean, with this one and the body what was the name of
Stand
Stand
by
by
Me,
Me.
yeah.
He's done a good job, man. But Kathy Bates wins the Oscar for this. Just performance is incredible. James Caan is great in it. Um, it actually there's story within the story inside of the book that I actually didn't find that it was necessary. So the movie obviously cutting that off actually
Yeah.
works better. And I'm not saying the movie's better than the book. I kind of put these in almost in a tie. I think this adaptation is really great. I love the scenery, the cinematography with the snow and everything. So yeah, I would have to put that one second. Uh, sorry I didn't put The Mist. I thought about putting
Dude,
it, but I was like, let me not do all Frank Darabont.
that's hard because I love that.
I love
I
The
love
Mist.
it, dude. I love that movie. That ending always gets me. I think it's so good, man. It's so creepy.
Here's the other.
That I have that one, but it comes with the black and white version. I haven't seen it, but
Yeah.
I need to check that out.
I watched the black and white ones because I
Yeah.
had the DVD of this that was also double disc, and it had the black and white one. So I watched
Yeah.
it, back in the day, like 2008 or
Dude,
whatever.
I know I'm gonna probably disappoint some people with the one that I'm gonna pick, but it also goes back to the message behind it and the nostalgia. For me, it would be Riding the Bullet. I love the music. I
Oh, wow.
loved the story behind it, like the message behind it. And it was just one of those, like it just, I don't know. I've always enjoyed it. Like I've never watched it and been like, it's kind of cheesy or this and that. Like I've always just enjoyed it the same from being in high school to like in my late 30s. Like it's always felt the same.
That's the one with the kid from. Well, I don't know if you guys watch these kids movies, but with the kid from, was he in Camp Nowhere? No. What's the main kid in that movie? He was like a child star in Riding the Bullet, right? Something Jackson, his name
Let
was.
me look it up. Let me see.
Yeah, I think he was in Camp
'Cause
Nowhere. I grew up.
I know
watching.
David Arquette is like he plays like the soul collector and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. It was one of those I've always had like a fond memory with it. Jonathan Jackson.
Yeah, Jonathan
Yeah.
Jackson. Yeah, I was saying Jackson. Yeah, I know him from as a kid from the movie Camp Nowhere. I love that movie. As
Yeah,
a
he
kid.
did Tuck Everlasting.
Right.
Yeah, he did a lot of
right.
that stuff back in the day. But yeah, that's gonna
Awesome.
be my pick. I know
I have to rewatch that one, man. I haven't seen it since it came out. It's been a long time.
it's
It's like radio. I forgot the name of the other one. Something not Radio Flyer, but There was another one that reminds me of this one.
Yeah, there's one I feel like there's like very similar premise to it. But what about you, Chris?
All right.
What is your second choice?
Chris, pull out your thinner DVD.
Yeah. I can't tell you guys the emotional response that I had to Andy Muschietti's adaptation of It in 2017, and 1 and 2 especially. It's funny because for some reason I always felt like I connected to those movies so hard, and I could never figure out why until I just watched them probably like a month or so ago, and there's this weird understanding of like being a kid and being an outsider. And I remember as a kid growing up in a town where, we had to be back by the time the lights were on, and we went and kind of like Stand By Me, walked the train tracks and did all this stuff together. And now it's funny because I'm a very reflective person. So now in my 30s, one thing I always think back on is like how much has changed since childhood and the loss of innocence and all of that stuff. And that movie, I think,
Yeah.
especially in combination with Benjamin Wallfish's score, just hits that so hard. And the moment for me was at the end of It Chapter 2, when it's the shot of all of them in the street and the camera pans and it's their reflection as kids in the window. It felt, I remember going and seeing It 2017 in theaters, and it felt like an event. Like everybody was seeing it. It was the biggest thing.
Yeah.
It was
was huge.
gigantic, dude. And that movie has a scale. Warner Brothers gave up the money, said, hey, make this. The fact that they split it into 2 chapters, and chapter 2 was like almost 3 hours long, was incredible. It feels like we're never going to get that treatment again from studios. And I get it. Like there's some issues. People had issues with the humor in It Chapter 2. People had issues with the CGI. It's something that I've gotten over more and more since time has gone on. Like I can forgive it, and now I just kind of think it's funny, and I think it fits the story well. But goddamn, dude, those movies are really important to me. So it's probably my number 2.
They're great.
That's a good choice, man.
Yeah. No, I love chapter 2, man. I mean, I agree about the having to de-age the kids because some of them, except for I think the Beverly, the girl's the only one they didn't because she looked the same, but all the boys had to be de-aged, and some of that doesn't look that great. And I also thought when I first watched it, like, oh, maybe they should have gone straight with the adults the whole movie. There was no need to bring the kids back. We got a full movie with the kids, but it works, and I enjoy that movie a lot. I do like chapter 1 a little bit better, but I know a lot of people kind of just like only chapter 1. They don't like chapter 2, but I like the adult stuff. And the book is a lot of fun too. So yeah, I wanted to put those 2 in there also, but I'll try to find a different one so we all have different ones.
I think what's most impressive about that movie is what spell they pulled to do that casting of the kids into adults. That is like out of control how well they did with that. Like James McAvoy, Bill Hader, Jessica Chastain, and I forget his name. That was Ben. Like that if you had showed me part 1 and I knew nothing about movies, and then you showed me part 2, I would have thought that those kids actually grew up and that's who we were seeing.
Yeah, but you know what? I think Jessica Chastain was really good, and it was a great choice, and I understand why he cast her because they had done a movie together, Mama, previously. But I kind of wanted Amy Adams. I see more of Amy Adams in the girl that played Beverly in part 1. And she's shorter and stuff. Jessica Chastain, she's just like a taller. I don't think that girl's gonna grow up to be that tall. But yeah, I mean, she's still an amazing actress and great. That's the only thing of the casting that, at least just as a fan casting, I wanted Amy Adams for her. But they knocked it out of the park, man. Everyone's really good in it. I just wish they would have kept. I forgot the name. Was the guy that turns out to be a stand-up comedian? I wanted him to be a DJ like in the book, but that's like a little nitpick from reading the book.
I wonder why they went with that choice.
Richie, yeah.
Richie.
I wonder why they did that.
Yeah, beep. I just think that nowadays the whole radio DJ thing has kind of died out,
Oh yeah.
and stand up comedy is bigger, and he was like a comedian throughout. He was a kid that liked to make people laugh and stuff, so it almost made a little more sense in a way. The way they went for like, oh, he just grew up to be a stand up comedian instead of a radio DJ. I think in the book, especially, since it took place in the 50s and then it goes to as adults they're in the 80s. In the 80s, radio DJs it was a huge thing. People listened to the radio a lot
Sure.
more. You got Howard Stern blowing up and stuff like that. So it made more sense for him to do that. But I mean, I understand the
Yeah.
change, but it was like, it's for me just a little nitpick as a fan
There's
of
a
the book.
great moment in It Chapter 1 in the background where Richie steals the trumpet from somebody in a parade, or steals like an instrument from somebody in the parade, and in the background he's playing it, and the guy's trying to get it back from him, and then the guy just rips
Oh,
it out
yeah.
of his hands, and Richie goes, "What the hell, dude? Like, like he didn't steal it from him." And it's like my favorite little background thing in that movie.
Well, the background thing I love too is the Nightmare on Elm Street poster. I think it's part 5 or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, it's on the
up there.
marquee. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have Danica Walker saying fart. Well, I mean,
Oh,
Fart.
fart it is.
she wants the cat back.
You think
Maybe
Stephen
that's
King farts?
Oh.
I hope.
There we go. Plays a younger Amy.
Hey, whose turn is it for their
Oh,
number?
that's.
Wait, GC, you didn't say your number 2,
Oh no,
right?
I did. I said right in the
Oh,
bullet.
yeah, you
Yeah.
did. You said
It's
right in the
Steve's turn,
bullet.
I think, for number 3.
Yeah, Steven was like searching the depths of his
Oh my
collection.
god! I thought I was going crazy.
anything
I was
weird
like,
in
I
this
swear to
movie?
God, if someone came into our house and took it.
They stole that
Um,
one movie out of
well-
the entire collection.
Okay, the last one that I feel like, and there was a few others I just wanted to give honorable mentions to, but I'm gonna have to go with Pet
The orig-
Cemetery.
Mm.
You didn't have to go that hard with the
Yeah.
signature, man. What are
No
you doing?
fair.
Dude.
This is one that definitely, I remember watching it for the first time, like, probably like early middle school, and it just shook me to my core. It's a very, very unsettling watch. The book is just really creepy. I think the idea of like people being unable to deal with loss in the way that they do, and to go to such extreme measures to be able to kind of sidestep having to deal with the grief, it's just insane. There's like certain scenes in the film that I just feel like that I don't know, it's really creepy. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but Alexander made a good point. It sends chills down your spine. I think that's a great way to kind of encapsulate
Yeah.
what this movie and book
So,
does.
I mean, that remake made me love the original
Yes.
even more. Like, I love the original. I remember when Pet Cemetery 2 came out, I wanted to go see it in the theaters, and my sister went with my cousin, and they didn't take me, and I was pissed, man, because they were girls and they were like Edward Furlong
Yeah.
fans, after T2 and stuff, and I wanted to go for the movie. I didn't care about Edward Furlong that much, but man, I missed it in the theaters. But it was a fun sequel. But that original is great.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw my my Instagram post a couple days ago about Pet Cemetery, but
I saw it.
one thing I really admired, thank you, GC.
I hearted it.
One thing I really admired this time when I watched it, that I feel like I always knew was there, but I just saw it differently this time, was the Pet Cemetery is a very small story, I think, right? Most people think, but you're dealing with such a powerful force. And one thing I really picked up on watching it this time is how much the burial ground intervenes in fate and just forces these characters to do. It's like a draw, you know what I mean? It's a draw for them, and it's almost like Judd is a plant. It's almost like you could tell hundreds of years of stories where there's a Judd that lives across the street that tells them about the Pet Cemetery.
Yep.
That does this. He's almost there to do that. And even when he says, when he sits on the porch, waiting for him to come by with Gage's body, he says, "Oh, you stupid old man, now you have to fix this," but he falls asleep. Or the wife, crashes the car while trying to get there, because if she got there in time, she could stop him. There's really strong power at play in that movie that I really picked up on, and I was like, wow, I kind of see this a little differently now.
Yeah. It's constantly, it's like no matter what you do, it has control. Like it's
Yep.
just you get in the car, you try to drive out, you're not gonna be able to because all of a sudden it's gonna start raining, you're gonna get a
Mhm.
flat tire.
Right.
Like it's always something just holding you in there.
Well, there's a quote. There's a moment when when he explains to his daughter about how like there's heaven and hell, and I wonder if it was purposeful. There's almost these opposing forces because you have his daughter who's getting these visions of what's happening, and you could say, she's a pawn in all of this, and she's seeing this, but she's almost like there's almost like she's like the good forces are trying to give her these visions so she could try to stop it or like try to put it out to stop it, and then there's the evil side that's controlling everything else, you know what I mean? So there's a little bit of good trying to help, and that's why she's getting the visions, that's why she's being given these. And it's interesting, man. Like I for some reason just saw it differently this time around.
Yeah, that's great. That's what's great about movies, man. Sometimes you just, that's why I love rewatching movies. A lot of people are like one and done with movies, and I
Mhm.
get that, but I mean, most of the time spend most of my time with rewatching movies than watching new ones. Because I love getting you get new things from it every time you watch it, especially on a great film or a good film that's well made.
Yeah.
So
There's
that's
there's
awesome.
so many pieces of the writers and directors in these films, like from personal experiences that they'll sprinkle in there and hide. It's like tattoo artists, right? Sometimes tattoo artists, when they tattoo, like they'll hide certain little hidden things that you would never see or figure out. And that's what it is with these movies. I mean, the more you rewatch them, the more you pick up on these subtleties that you would never think were there. I mean, and I'll bring up Weapons as one. Weapons is a movie that I know you're gonna have to see 3 or 4 times to be
Hmm.
able to catch like those little bits that you didn't that you missed the first 2 or 3 times because it's just you were so focused on everything else. There's so much character development and everything going on, but that's that, and not to mention age. I think takes plays a big factor, right? I mean, growing up, all of us were around the same age, so seeing Pet Cemetery at a young age, not understanding death as much and all that. But then you get older, and as we deal with our own mortalities in our 30s, and you see this movie, you start realizing that there's more at play within life itself. Everything else going on, being pulled from one thing to another. And I mean, yeah, man, that's why I've never understood the mentality of, oh, just watch it once and that's it. Like I just can't. It's like reading a book. I mean, I can't just read it once and that's it. I have to revisit it because it's it's like art. You view it. It's based on your perception, how you feel on the inside. That's what you're perceiving when it comes to art,
Mhm.
music, all that stuff.
Yeah, and what you're going through in your life could
Yeah.
also make you view a movie in a different
Yeah,
way
man,
too.
exactly. So you see these movies and then it's like it's a shiny sunny day out and then you watch Pet Cemetery and it's going to be different than on a rainy day or when you're a little bit more tired. But it always changes. It's forever changing, forever evolving, and that's what's amazing about this type of art. Um,
Yeah.
and I think Steven disappeared. He started. Oh, okay. I was gonna say like, he went to look for another movie.
Yeah,
And
no,
he's like,
no,
I swear to
no.
God.
No.
But now, who was?
Who's next? Number 3.
Yeah, who was next?
Lee,
Is it
you
me?
are.
It's me. Okay, I gotta stick with. I mean, just because I kind of feel like all your movies become part of my picks, so I'm cheating, and I don't get just 3. We all get each other's movies, so we don't double up. That's why I said I would have loved to have said also it chapter 1 and 2 because I love those a lot. But I gotta stick with the dramas, man, because this movie, man, it makes me cry all the time.
The Green Mile.
It's
Oh,
just
great
such
choice.
such a great performance by Michael Clark Duncan. Rest in peace, man, and just everybody, dude. This movie just talk about. It's just I don't know, like it's like when every time talk about watching it and getting different experiences. Like there's times when I watch this one, I go, I think this one's better than Shawshank.
Mhm.
Sometimes I feel
Yeah.
that way. And then I watch Shawshank and I'm like, okay, maybe this one. But they're just both so good, man. And I just can't leave that one out. Great performance. That movie should have won the Oscar for best film in 1999 over American Beauty, in my opinion. Uh, just a great film. So I had to put it in there, man. I love it. Love me some Tom Hanks and Frank Darabont does just an incredible job directing it again, and I hope we get him back, man. The guy hasn't really directed anything after his fallout with the whole Walking Dead season
Mm.
one. He kind of disappeared. I know he was suing AMC and all this stuff, so it's been a lot of drama. And you see a lot of that cast in The Walking Dead come from The Mist. There's a lot of people from The
Yeah.
Mist that he casts for season one
Mhm.
of The Walking Dead.
Did
So yeah, I hope he comes back and he makes it. Maybe he could come back and make a new King adaptation now that everybody's doing it, and he chooses to go more with the dramas, man. I
For
say
sure.
go for it. You know, I think Mike Flanagan did something this year with The Life of Chuck, bringing back the adaptations of King with dramas, and he did really well with that one too. That's another kind of a tearjerker. Talk about you watch that movie when you feel about life as you get older. Talk about mortality and stuff, man. Life of Chuck, I recommend it if you guys haven't seen it
no, I
yet.
still got to check it out, man. I know you told me
Same.
like how much you enjoyed it, so I'm definitely looking into watching that one pretty soon.
Yeah.
Did you? I wanted to ask you because I don't know if you guys knew or not. Michael Duncan's character in that movie is actually based loosely on a true story of this kid, this little boy back in the day, where he was accused of assaulting a girl. I think it was either assaulting or murdering a girl,
Mhm.
and it was like literally as a child. I'll find the link and I'll send it to you guys later on. But he was like in the movie, he was put in the electric chair and everything and executed. And that's why in the movie he plays kind of like he acts kind of like a kid, like
Mhm.
a kid mentality and stuff all the way to the end where he's crying and asking for his mom. That's something that really took place in real life. I don't know if you guys knew that or not.
Yeah. I vaguely remember something about that. Maybe when it might, I don't know if maybe King or somebody mentioned it. That
Yeah.
it has something, but yeah, now that you mention it, I vaguely remember. I just want to mention that comment. That's true.
That he retired?
I read that recently that Darabont is gonna direct 2 episodes of Stranger Things season 5. So I think he's coming back
Pretty sick.
to do a little directing at least.
Damn, I thought they already had it
Yeah.
all wrapped up and everything. Because I know that's
Yeah, no, it is, but he already did it. He already
Oh,
directed
okay.
the episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they come out at the end of
Like
this
around the
year. Like they're
holidays.
releasing it like in the holidays. Like they broke it into 3 for like what was it, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's or
Smart.
something like that.
that's really cool.
So yeah, because they know people have the days off from work. And I also want to mention that comment Shayla mentioned before we finish here that the interconnections with all the
Oh,
King
yeah.
books. When you guys, if you start reading all these books, he always throws in something. And she makes a good point that in 11/22/63, Bev and Richie come out because he goes back in time, so he does run into
Yeah.
them.
King's
And
Dominion.
there's there's even the first book I read, Billy Summers. There's a part in the book where he goes off into, he's into hiding, and he says, "Oh, there used to be a hotel there that burned down," and he's talking about,
Oh.
the Overlook, and there's always he always like interconnects characters and puts stuff in there that's really fun as a reader. If you start reading them all, you're like, oh man, it was really exciting to see Bev and Richie again in
Oh, yeah.
that book 11/22/63 and
Did they
stuff
come
like
out in
that.
the show? In the Hulu series as well? Or is this book?
Dude,
just-
remember I said I was gonna
You
watch it. I
haven't
still
seen
haven't
it?
seen it.
God damn it.
No, I know that we wanted to talk about it one
Yeah.
day, so I gotta get
That,
to
I
it.
wish if that was a movie, that would have been a pick for me, but definitely love that show. But what about you?
Oh yeah, if we could do shows, I would pick The Outsider
Yeah.
too, because I love that. The book is amazing
Yeah.
too. So
No, absolutely, dude. I have it on the Outsider. I believe I think on Blu-ray. I have it on Blu-ray. I think. I know I have it. I just don't remember which one. What about you, Chris? Which one's your third and your final pick before we sacrifice the King universe? The
Damn.
rest
Well,
of it.
honorable mention is the closing dissolving credits from Pet Cemetery 2. I think
A personal
that's-
favorite.
Yeah, that's honorable mention. I was trying to think of something different, and we already talked about Doctor Sleep and stuff, but I don't think the world could live without seeing what happens when you combine Stephen King and cocaine.
oh man,
Oh, let's
Yeah,
see.
which is sorry, it's not going to be in focus. That is Maximum Overdrive.
That's a
Wait,
good
hold on.
one.
It's backwards.
you
There we
get
go.
Coke machines throwing the
Yeah, there we go.
Wait, put
cans
it in
at
front of
you
your
and
face.
stuff.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, okay. We got focus.
Green Goblin.
Dude,
Yeah, the Green Goblin.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
This is such a, how do you even begin to explain it? Technology, everything shuts off, and then technology begins running on a mind of its own, and you got people keep being killed by Coke machines. You know,
It's a wild
dude,
boy.
it's insane. There's somebody who gets killed by a bunch of like pumpkins in the beginning in the back of a truck when the tow bridge or when the drawbridge goes up. The movie's out of control. Like
Yeah.
purely
Cocaine's a hell of a
yeah,
drug.
dude. I mean, come on. It's got a full soundtrack from AC/DC.
Love that,
You
yeah.
have
Suck it,
Emilio
Iron Man.
Estevez in
Mhm.
it. It's just out of control, man. It's so bad
Mighty
shit.
Ducks
Like,
guy.
yeah, like imagine trying to explain to somebody what Maximum Overdrive is. It makes no goddamn sense. You know what I mean? But it's real.
It only makes sense.
It could
Would you
happen.
put it in the category? Would you put that one in the category of so bad it's good?
No, I think it's genuinely good. I do think there's merit there. Like it does have like, you know, for being on cocaine, it's wild, it's out there, but like it has some of the most iconic imagery of Stephen King. I mean, everybody knows that truck.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So I don't think it's so bad. I don't put it into that category. To me, it's in the fun category. It's kind of like the Monkey. I think I would probably put Maximum Overdrive and the Monkey very close to each other because they're
Mhm.
both just out for pure batshit entertainment. You know what I mean? They don't have anything deeper to say. They're not trying to like bring up these deep philosophical King thoughts. You know, they're just fun.
Wreck havoc type
Yeah,
situation.
I mean, the Monkey ends with a bus full of cheerleaders getting their heads cut off as they hang out of a bus at a
Yeah.
stop. You know what I mean? Like they're not
Yeah.
really meant to be taken too serious. And I also think it's incredibly fascinating that it's the only Stephen King directing effort. You know what I mean? Like he was like, "All right, this is it."
Well, like we'll talk about bombs. It bombed, and I guess they just, you know, he was all coked up, and they were like, the studios were like, "Nah, man, that's, you got your chance. We'll just keep adapting your stuff, and we'll throw you in the Creep Show as an actor."
Yeah.
His acting's not so great in the Creep Show movies either, but
I think
you know.
I think a lot of times with people like Stephen King, it's more interesting to kind of pick out what's the one thing that like makes no fucking sense that they did. You know what I mean? Like there's always something that you're like, why the hell did they? It's like Steven Spielberg's 1941. You know,
Yeah.
his whole Steven Spielberg's entire
Right.
filmography is incredible, and then you watch John Belushi in 1941. You're like, what the hell is going on here? Like,
Yeah, even Duel's
What the
good.
hell
Yeah,
did I
like-
walk into?
Duel is great. Sugarland Express, Jaws. I mean, this guy does so much great work. And then 1941 comes out, and it's a 2.5 hour long World War II like spoof movie. You know what I mean?
I never
Yeah,
finished
it's-
it.
So everybody has it. So I think those are incredibly interesting bits in filmographies that have to be talked about because it's so out there.
What do you think it was like being on set with Maximum Overdrive? Like just seeing this guy just doing rails and just freaking just pointing you over there. Oh wait, get the truck here. And he's all
Yeah, yeah.
back and forth and shit.
Emilio was like, "What have I done?
His
I want
dad's
to
there
be
with him.
there.
Why did I sign up for
I
this?"
want to be there on the day where King was like, "All right, Emilio, and today, Wednesday, I don't know, April 24th, I want you to grab this rocket launcher, and you're gonna walk out."
For real.
He's like Charlie Sheen is there like just doing rails with Stephen King and he's like, yeah, do what he says, get the rocket launcher.
Yeah, like why does he have a rocket launcher in ones? I don't know, man. None of it makes any goddamn sense. Nobody-
That's how you know, like, I mean, obviously besides the drug fuel directing, like that's how you know that this guy's such an iconic writer, man, such a genius to be able to, like, you see the way his brain really works in this movie because of the crazy shit that I could only imagine this guy like compresses down to be able to get these
Oh.
books out. But
I can
he's
only
just,
imagine.
yeah, dude, like to be able to pump out this many books, it reminds me of that story of that that I think it was like a blues player where he supposedly sold his soul to be able to like become like successful. Like I've always thought about that. I was like, did Stephen King at some point sell his soul, or is this guy just so out there on some other realm that he's able to pump out books and movies and shows like there's no tomorrow? Because I mean, dude, that's a lot of fucking books.
I think
Yeah, the books is a lot.
I
Yeah.
think what I admire most about Stephen King is he's so into this. Like he's the only reason I would ever want to get Twitter or X again is because he champions so many genre movies on there.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Yeah, he
you have
does.
to think Stephen King is personally responsible for Evil Dead because of his response that they put on the poster. Like, and Stephen King is also personally responsible for Clive Barker's career. Stephen King was the first person that was like, hey, these books of blood are really, really good. This guy's really interesting. And that was the exact moment. That was what started the trajectory for Clive Barker. So this is a man that's not just responsible for so much iconic work of his own, but has influenced so much of the genre that we know and love. And it's incredible. He doesn't it in my brain doesn't comprehend he's a real person. It's almost like
Yeah.
how is
Yeah,
somebody
right?
this impactful to
It's like
something?
mythic.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he influenced, especially Richard Bachman. I mean, he influenced the shit out of that
Well,
guy.
Richard. Oh yeah. It's almost like they were one. You know,
Yeah.
like one of the
Very,
same
Yeah,
brain.
it's
very
almost like they were
eerie,
the same
man. It's very
person.
weird.
Very-
Well,
Yeah, that writing's kind of the same, but
his
you know,
his
someone had to copy him.
his name and like him kind of giving that cosign in a lot of ways carried so much weight, especially back then. Like, you know that if he's endorsing someone or like a project, whether it's a movie or another book, that he obviously wholeheartedly believes in it. It's like, I mean, if I saw that at the time, I'd be like, well, fuck it. Like, you know, if Stephen King thinks it's awesome, then I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you guys know what he did with a lot of his novellas. He created like penny novella, like a lot of his novellas. He gives film rights for a penny, just to let young filmmakers adapt his material and
I
get a
didn't know
shot.
that. That's
Yeah, he's got a
incredible.
bunch. He's got a whole bunch of them that young filmmakers can get the rights for to adapt, and all they have to pay is a penny.
Dude, it's incredible.
Yeah,
This
I
guy
mean,
builds all these worlds, but then he also influences like our real world where he's out there just passing the baton and all that. I mean, dude, I know it's funny because if you look at his son, Spitting Image,
Mhm.
and I know his son
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
go by the last name of King, and yeah,
Joe
Joe Hill.
Hill.
And I mean, I only have one of his books. It's called it's something heart. It's based. It has almost the same name as a Nirvana song, but it's
Heart-shaped box
That's the
type of
one.
thing.
Yeah,
Mm.
and man, that book. I'm dying for them to make that one a movie. But his son, like, got the genetic lottery and got the talent from his dad. From what I've seen so far.
But his other son, it does have his last name. He wrote a book with him. Owen
He's a
King.
writer too. No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he looks like him too, but not as much
Yeah.
as Joe Hill. Joe Hill looks
He looks
like
cloned,
exactly
dude.
like him. This guy looks a little bit different. But have you guys ever seen the picture of Richard Bachman?
No.
Let me show you.
Let me.
So this is the thinner book. It's not in here because I'm reading
Yeah.
it currently. But here's
Oh, here we go.
Richard Bachman. Oh, my bad. Here we go.
That's hilarious.
So who is that?
Just some random guy he picked. I don't know. It says lives and works in New Hampshire. That's all it says.
Why did he do that?
So it's like, well, because he didn't want people to know that he was right. You know, he started this whole Richard Bachman thing because he wanted to write these stories that they were a little bit more, you know,
Mhm.
violent, and you know that's why he did a book like Rage, which if you don't know, it's about a school shooting, so that's why it's not in publication anymore. He doesn't want it out there because it inspired some of these people to do these things. So, but yeah, it was these darker stories he wanted to tell. He didn't want to tell them as Stephen King, so he did this alter ego of Richard Bachman. But people figured him out after a little while. They're like, yeah, this feels like Stephen King, and they called him out, and he was
Yeah.
pissed.
I gotta find who that guy actually is, and
Dude,
right?
How much do you get paid for that?
He-
Just to be.
Seriously.
He probably paid
Listen,
him.
if he wants
He
if
gets
he wants to
royalties.
use my image, go for it, man.
There we go.
Well,
They
another
just see
fun
like
fact: Joe Hill is the kid in Creepshow. He plays the
Yes.
kid.
What?
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Creep-
He
and
Creep was it Creepshow 2 or
First
Creepshow
one.
1?
the first one, because
Oh.
Tom
first one.
Atkins talks about how he was so terrified to hurt him from slapping him.
Oh,
Right. I recently saw that the Creepshow rewatched it, and I saw that special feature they were talking about that, and the Shout Factory one.
Alexander,
movie
thank
so
you
much.
Thank you so much for tuning in and
yeah. Thanks,
appreciate
Alexander.
that compliment.
Dude, Alex has the best Instagram page. Just saying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just
The
saying.
aesthetic is, and it's funny because I'm pretty sure that we're gonna see a Stephen King post coming our way because I know some of these episodes, like afterwards, I don't know
I
if it's
have noticed that.
coincidence
I'm like, that's really cool.
or inspiration, but I'm hoping for it,
Do you see?
That's
Can I
awesome.
plug some honorable mentions?
dude. Well, hold on. So you already gave your 3, right, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did we get through all of them?
No,
there
I
you
think we still got you, Steven.
No, I
Right?
think GC, we have yours. That's it.
Yeah,
You're
that's
the
the
only
one.
one who's left.
Oh,
Yeah, you didn't do your third.
damn! I got so. I'm telling you, some of these conversations, man. You know, damn. As far as my third, that's gonna be hard, man.
Is it Needful?
Needful.
I
You
love
just
people.
I love how you have like every single one. You're like, which one do you want? Which one? You're like a.
I brought some. I didn't bring them all
Mm.
out, but I was like, I wasn't sure which ones we were gonna talk about and stuff.
I'm gonna have to
Unless
go
you're not.
with obviously picking a movie wise because I am tempted to pick 11/22/63. Obviously that's a show, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Doctor Sleep. I just
That's
that
a good choice.
Oh,
that I know it's very basic bitch of me, but it's because I understand.
Nah, man.
man.
It was if it's good, it's good. I went with all the basic
Yeah,
ones, but
it's just
they're
so
great.
like I love that movie so much, man. Like the cinematography is so beautiful. It's freaking amazing. Like he did so good, man. Like it's almost like The Shining. Like if we didn't have The Shining, but we still had Doctor Sleep, I feel like it shows enough of The Shining in it. I don't know if that makes sense. Like right? Like do you guys feel like
Mike Flanagan talks in multiple podcasts about how he went to King and was like, hey, like I really want to change the ending to Doctor Sleep to make it mold into what we know of the existing Shining.
yeah.
So
Right.
it's Doctor Sleep is kind of like 3/4 Doctor Sleep, and then it's a very faithful adaptation of the ending of the book with the burning
Right.
down of the hotel and stuff. So it's
He's like, I'll burn it down for you, man. We'll do it this
Yeah.
time. And he's like, go for
yep.
it.
Someone mentioned, I think it was Shayla mentioned that Annie brings up from Misery, she brings up the hotel burning down. Is that only in the book or is that in the movie itself? I don't remember.
It's in the book, but it's at the end of Doctor Sleep.
Oh.
Yeah, the ending of Doctor Sleep is sort of like it's almost like a throwback to like the ending of the book of the Shining.
Yeah. Yeah, and I had mentioned that in Billy Summers in the book, they talk about the burned down hotel being like in that area and stuff. He always throws in all the little snippets in all the books, kind of interconnecting the stuff. So that's always pretty cool.
I think somebody solved the mystery. Froglet.
Oh, it's
the
solved.
photo
Frogman.
of-
Frogman Fox.
That's awesome.
Frogman.
There you go. His agent.
Friend of King's literary agent. That's cool.
I literally was talking to somebody the other day, and I was like, "Man, I watched this movie called Frogman, and they made a shirt that said MILF, man, I love Frogman." And they were like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Listen, if you know, you know.
I don't.
It's going off the rails now, GC.
Yeah, the
Oh,
world
no.
needs more Frogman.
You guys are getting wild. Well, let me ask you. So we covered our favorite movies, right? What would be 3 shows, 3 series that you would say are your top favorite? Again, the same rules apply, deleting everything else out of existence.
Wait, they like miniseries? Because we covered some miniseries in the top 3 favorites.
Yeah, but I mean, these would be like actual like like not meant, like you have like Rose Red, for example, you have let me see here.
Well,
You have the
technically, like
Stand.
it was a miniseries. Salem's Lot was a miniseries.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what about shows themselves, right? We have like 11, 22, 63. Like, I just want to talk about that so badly.
I mean, I saw 11/22/63, but it was
Yeah.
when it first came out. I don't remember anything about it.
Oh, okay. I know.
GC, just talk about your love for
No,
it.
I'm not going to spoil it. All I know is like, guys, if you've
Yeah.
seen that show, let us know in the comments, because let me know if I'm just crazy or not. Because I feel like nobody ever talks about it, and I absolutely loved it.
That's
Like,
James Franco, right?
Yeah, James Franco.
Yeah.
Green Goblin.
I'm gonna watch it soon. I bought the Blu-ray
Yeah.
of it when I went to Cali, and I just haven't watched it.
Oh.
I think Frogley's like, dude, stop talking about Billy Summers already. He's like, you're talking about it.
Leo DiCaprio and J.J. Abrams.
In the works for adaptation. That's cool.
Yeah, I think I heard something about that, but yeah, I don't know if it materialized or not. That'd be cool, man. It's a different type of, it's about a hitman. It's not, there's no supernatural stuff. There's no horror in it, so it'd be interesting.
Well, I want to do a little rapid fire with you guys, because I know I think Steven, you're gonna have to be going soon, so I want to throw in a rapid fire round for everybody, and some questions are gonna be a little tough, some nail biters, and some are just gonna be pretty smooth. But I'm gonna start with a hard one. Favorite Stephen King villain, right? Obviously, there's quite a lot, but I'm gonna narrow it down to Pennywise, Randall Flagg, Annie Wilkes, or Jack Torrance.
Pennywise.
Yeah, Pennywise for sure, man.
I mean, yeah, but I'll go
Yeah.
Annie.
He's like
I'll
fear
go Annie.
embodied.
Yeah, she's crazy, man.
I have to. I honestly, like, I feel like with Pennywise, I could just leave town, but with Annie, it would be a lot. Like it would just be.
You'll be stuck to
Yeah,
the bed.
pretty much.
She'll
Oh man, that
just-
scene with the ankles with the sledgehammer. Oh man, I freaking.
Oh man.
It was so hard to
Yeah,
stare.
she played it so well, that psycho. So I'm gonna go her. I mean, obviously, I think Pennywise is his most iconic, but I'll take
Oh, we
Annie.
got Pennywise here. We got Wilkes is good too. Okay. Shade says
Okay.
nice, and then we got KB joining us.
What's up, KB?
What's up? What's up, brother? Oh, I'm ready, man. I'm doing a conversation with KB tomorrow on his channel tomorrow.
Nice. Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm ready, man.
It's like a rite of passage, man.
I swear I've been initiated.
I've got
Oh, the Tall Man in Gerald's Game is a
Yeah.
good one too. The creepy and standing in the corner there the whole time. That was creepy.
It is true, Jack. Yeah, that's true. Because he was a good dude. I mean,
Was he?
obviously, he lost his temper sometimes, but
He was more of a good dude in the book. In the movie, I think Jack Nicholson portrayed him as a little bit of an asshole
Yeah.
the whole time. But in the book, he's like a very loving father. In the movie, he's more of a little bit cold to his son compared to the
I think
book.
the best villain is whatever entity made all the kids in it have an orgy. That's the worst one.
That's
talk
that's a
about a
little
scene that
tough.
doesn't get talked about.
Yeah. That's the 80s. I don't know.
Alexander, give me a collage of 11/22/63, please.
Alexander, don't do it. You're gassing him up.
There we go.
Just kidding.
I see. Yeah, Jack is definitely a villain in the movie. Yeah, I mean, like, because there is moments where he kind of starts losing his temper with the kid and stuff. But again, I don't know, because he is being like kind of hijacked, or
I think he was vulnerable for the
Yeah.
hotel to take him. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Hotels
Yeah.
really pushed him.
Yeah.
And plus
Yeah,
he was all work, no play, and that's never, you know what I mean?
never fun.
right.
Yeah.
He's a frustrated writer.
Yeah.
It took
Made him a
while.
dull boy.
Now, better adaptation: It 1990 or It 2017?
2017.
2017.
I think it's maybe just nostalgia. I like the 1990
Yeah,
series a little bit more.
I'm going. With
I have
Steve
respect
on-
for both of them. I love
Yeah.
both of them in different ways, but if I'm going to go back and watch one, it'd probably be the 90s.
Tim Curry's Pennywise is scarier though.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love the Tim Curry's, but I'll say for me, 2017 is it's. I mean, obviously you have to watch it as part 1 and 2. With the other one, you get like this full, the full
Yeah.
movie. But it's much more rewatchable. I'll rewatch it chapter 1 and 2 a lot. I've already seen it more times than than the 91. The 91 just feels TV. It feels there's nostalgia there for sure, but the production's not as good. I think the actors are pretty good and stuff, but yeah, 2017, and it's pretty rare of me because I do usually like the older stuff better, but I think 17 and 19
Yeah.
are my favorite.
I do. Steven, I know you're going to be plugging some honorable mentions.
I
Do you want to go ahead and do that now?
Yeah, I just want to give you guys a quick stack because I got to bounce here in a sec, but I don't know if you guys can. Hold on.
Oh, let me put you on the Jumbotron here.
There it is, Night Flyer. That's when I said Radio Flyer earlier. I was thinking Night Flyer.
Dude.
So I got Night Flyer, Graveyard Shift, The Dark Half, and then Sometimes They Come Back.
Dude.
All in full screen.
Well, no, he's got a CRT TV. He's got like 2 of them, I think, right, Steven?
Oh, it's worse than that. I got.
Oh no,
still full
he's surrounded. It's like Videodrome. He's just surrounded.
I've got 4 downstairs, and then I have 1 upstairs.
Oh.
Just in case, you never know how many you might need.
Yeah, 5. That's a lot.
Yeah,
Send me one.
I do. I know, Steven, before you go, because I did want to show you this, and if Jordan, if you're watching, if you're not, I'll show you later on. I'll send you a picture. But I did have something really cool. I know, Chris, you've got some dogs. I know, Steven, you got some dogs and some chickens. So I don't know if they make chicken sizes. I know, Lee, you don't have any animals, but you're still gonna appreciate this. But let me put my big screen here for a second. All right, so we have this collar for my shepherd, and guys, look how sick this is.
Whoa,
nice.
Where'd you get that?
Pure leather. It's a company that does specialty collars. I think it's like $39. But dude, this is like legit leather.
Keep going. Like I'm trying to see the. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
so,
my bad. Sorry, I'm like.
Look at that. I'm actually bringing a little closer.
By this. Do they have like actual belts like that too? They make like men's belts.
No, it's just for dogs. Like that? And they have all sizes.
Oh, Barlow.
Can a human wear it?
Oh my god, that's so cool,
dude. And they're launching a new. This was for last year, and it even comes with this little like thing with the knife in it.
Oh yeah. But why does it have Beethoven?
Damn it.
I mean, dude, I like the Beethoven.
Look at the cat. Oh damn it! Hold on. Look at the cat too from Pet Cemetery there.
Where is it?
Maybe right next to the dog.
Yeah, I don't see the cat.
Wait.
Right there.
Oh man,
yeah,
it's
hard to see that.
Let me see if
I see it now. Yeah.
Dude, this thing is so sick, and this is for a shepherd. He's like 80 something pounds, but this looks so badass on him. But if you guys are interested in this, I'll put the link in the description of this live stream, and obviously for you dudes, I'll send you guys the link. Because I'm trying to collab with them to see if they'll be interested, because they have a new one coming out that has all our modern horror villains.
Nice.
Like this was a Stephen King theme, but they have one coming out with like Jason, Chucky, like Hellraiser, like everybody, Jigsaw. So that one's pretty cool. So I would love to get my dog to wear that.
Yeah, it's nice.
But yeah, guys. Well, I know Chris and Steven, I know you guys are gonna be going, and then I was gonna stay on if you have a few extra minutes, Lee, to go over a few more things real quick with you, and then yeah.
Okay.
So Steven, Chris, you guys want to give anything you guys are working on? Any shout outs of any sorts?
Steve, you go ahead. You kick it off.
Okay, so we just rolled out our Devil's Rejects episode of Beyond the Blood. Super pumped about that. Brian from Last Movie Standing was a guest on that episode. We went deep into the heart of Texas with Rob Zombie's classic film, and I'm trying to think what else do we have coming up. We have
20th anniversary, right?
We're doing Popcorn from 1991. We just started research for our first episode. We teamed up with Encyclopocalypse Publications to cover Sleepaway Camp, and not only we're going to be talking about the Sleepaway Camp commentary, but we're going to be talking about the differences from the B.R. Flynn novelization right there. Yep.
I'm so pumped to read this.
Oh, nice.
Yep, and that was in full collaboration with them, so we're working with them on that. Just a lot going on right now over there.
after hours episode with the Shoestring Slashers box set from TerraVision.
Nice.
Yeah. After months and months and months, I found I got suddenly in the dark, so I got to watch that. Yeah, that's really all that's going on over there right now.
No other announcements at all, Steven?
I have actually exciting news. Actually, I actually announced it earlier on my Instagram, so I'm actually going to be partnering up with Valoria Video. Super pumped about that. So if you guys, it's go-to spot for 4Ks, Blu-rays, whatever you need, they've got you covered. Promo code After Hours 10 get you 10% off your order, and hours is abbreviated the same way that I have my my Instagram handle. But yeah, check it out. They got a lot of great movies and great way to build up your collection.
Guys, and there we go. Check it. Make sure that if this is my
Cujo.
code, but if you want to go use Steven's code, Valoria Video. So go use Steven's code, support him. If you want to use mine, you can use as well. Either one, we're both part of the same family.
Just be a movie degenerate and just use both of the codes.
There you go.
No big deal.
There we go. Get wild, man. We live in wild times, guys. Come on.
We're here to support your habit.
But dude, Chris, thank you so much for jumping on, man, and surprising us. I mean,
So
dude,
much fun.
it was fun to have you on.
Thank you for inviting me, man. When I saw you were talking Stephen King, I was like, I gotta wiggle my way onto this one.
Oh, I mean, it was a no-brainer when you were like, you know what, I want to be on. I was like, done. That's it. Done. Just don't tell the soul because I want to surprise everybody.
Yeah, thank you again, man.
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
And then I know me and Lee, we're gonna keep this party going just a little bit because I know Lee's gonna have to be going soon. Who knows? I might just stay on here and ramble. I mean, we have a ton of people watching, so I might just kind of do a random Q&A or something. But I do want to talk about the best Stephen King cameo. And I don't know, I'm not too familiar with the cameos, but I kind of was curious about like hearing about some of the ones that you guys remember, or you just, Lee, if you guys are going to be bouncing off. Like, I don't want to.
Yeah, before I head off, I do want to say somebody asked in the comments, what do I say to someone whose favorite film is a Cinderella story? Before I go, I just want to tell you to unfriend them. All right, guys. Love
On
ya.
that note,
I'll see y'all next time.
See you in the next one, buddy.
Nice. I'll catch you
All right,
guys on the
man.
next one. It was great hanging out with you guys, and as always, just go out there, go support physical media.
Oh yeah, I love you, buddy. I'll talk to you
Nice.
later.
Take
Have
it
a good
easy.
night, guys. See ya.
Later, brother.
Good night. Later, man.
Well, we've lost. People are dropping like flies. It's just, dude, it feels like we're on our podcast
Yeah.
now. Just us.
Little preview for tomorrow's
Yeah,
recording.
guys, if you enjoy horror podcasts and stuff, I mean, this is what you're gonna get. Me and Lee are doing episodes every week. We're recording them Wednesdays and then pumping them out Friday. So we're working on Idle Hands tomorrow. I know this is Stephen King, but we're quick little plug. We are doing Idle Hands tomorrow. So if you're a fan of it from 1999, keep a lookout.
Yeah.
We're gonna have the video format for you guys on YouTube and all that good stuff.
Friday.
That's right, man. And Spotify and Apple. But now, dude, so I wanted to ask you, so do you remember any of the cameos for Stephen King or
When Stephen King comes out in
yeah,
movies?
because I don't.
I only think the Creepshow ones. The Creepshow one, he's not a cameo. He comes out
Oh.
in one of the segments. And in Creepshow 2, he comes out as a truck driver. The third story is like a woman that hits a homeless man in the street, and he keeps following her. And he sees like her hit him, and she comes out of his truck. And those are like the two that I remember the most. Also because I recently watched Creepshow 1 and 2 literally last month. So, but I can't think of any other ones. He's not like a Stan Lee that comes out in every Marvel movie.
He's
type
like
of
the
thing.
opposite. It's like
I
Stan
don't
Lee's
think he
all these
does-
like Marvel superhero uplifting movies, and then Stephen King is just in all these like
Yeah.
dreadful, horrifying movies.
Yeah. I can't think of other than the Creepshow 1 and 2. And yeah, it's not a cameo in the first one, but the second
Yeah.
one. And that's about it, man. I don't know. Do you know any?
Dude,
that
not
he's
really.
done?
That's why I was kind of like hoping. I wanted to ask about that one because I don't recall any of the cameos or anything. So I was just like, man, like it would be cool to hear from everybody else. But that is true. I don't even know. Probably should look into it a little bit more, but I don't know if there's that many. I know nobody else has mentioned it so far.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he doesn't. I don't think he does too much. Even in his own movie that he directed, Maximum
Mhm.
Overdrive, I don't even know if he. I haven't seen that one in a long
Yeah.
time. For me, it's so bad it's good, but but it's I haven't seen it enough. Maybe he comes out in
Yeah.
that one.
Well, dude, I want to keep the rapid fire round going. I wanted to ask you, like, as far as for flops that deserve a remake, and I just want to give like two examples. Obviously, we talked about Dark Tower, Dreamcatcher. Um, Either do
Hmm.
you feel like those two, or is there any other type of flop movie that you feel like deserves that remake?
Well, for sure, Dark Tower, but I think with Dark Tower they should go the route of making it a series on TV, HBO or something like they did with The Outsider.
Okay.
It's a book. It's like 7 books. It's really
Yeah.
long. I haven't gotten to them yet. I've heard really good things. It's fantasy. I think they should do that as a show. But as far as anything else that's been done, because I think lately the ones they've remade that haven't worked, the originals were already there and they were good. Like Firestarter and Pet Cemetery. So those didn't work, but the originals did. So I say just stick with
Yeah.
those. Um, I would like them to redo um the Mr. Mercedes. Those are like a trilogy of books. I have one of them here somewhere. But basically one of the characters that you've seen on The Outsider the is Holly, and he's working with this whole Holly thing. He's done a bunch of books with her now as the character Holly. So I think it would be cool to do the Mr. Mercedes trilogy, or it's called, I think, just the Mercedes trilogy. I'm trying to find that freaking book.
You're like, dude, you're like, you got a
I just
stack over there, man. You were ready. You did your
I
homework,
don't know what
man.
I did with it.
Somebody,
It's like the
Frog that
last
was
one.
mentioning he has a cameo in the newer It. He owns a pawn shop where Bill buys the
Oh
book.
yeah.
Oh, cool.
Right, he's right. Yeah.
Nice, dude. Dude,
Yeah, so this trilogy it's this one, and then it follows up by with Finders Keepers, and I forgot the name of the third one now. Um, oh, End of Watch. It ends with End of
okay.
Watch. So I would like to see a TV show of those three. I know they did do a TV show for like the AT&T channel or something, and nobody saw that. So it'd be good if they did it more
Yeah.
mainstream. That would be fun. And yeah, that comment they just said, I actually have the pop Funko of his cameo in It Chapter 2. He's drinking his little mate. So,
That's funny,
yeah.
dude.
So yeah, I mean, those are the only ones I could think of that would be cool. I think for the most part, I don't know if because me not liking the Dead Zone movie doesn't mean I don't think they should remake it though. Because
Yeah.
I know a lot of people
I,
love that
I
one.
really enjoyed
So
it. Like,
I
I didn't hate it. I thought, to me, it was interesting. It kind of reminded me of that movie with John Travolta with like Premonition. I don't know if, what was it?
oh
No, it wasn't
yeah.
Premonition. I'm thinking it was that Sandra Bullock movie.
Oh,
Phenomenon.
the one that that he gets like he sees like an alien and he starts to get super
Yeah, that
smart.
he starts like seeing, no, and seeing things. He ends up at, I
Yeah.
think it was like a tumor or something. Uh,
Yeah. I think it's
yeah,
Phenomenon. I think it's a good movie. I like that
yeah.
movie.
It kind of reminds me of that with that whole like ability to see things and stuff. I mean, obviously in this case he actually dies, but um, phenomena. Yeah, Illuminati Pro coming in clutch. Yeah, man. Hell yeah. But I want to ask you, and I want to ask everybody else watching as well. Which is the scariest King story overall, in your opinion? Obviously, like which one freaks you out the most?
Oh man, that's a good question. The
Yeah,
scariest.
like the one that gives you the most, like I guess goosebumps. That makes you like if you had to pick any of the universes, right? Any of the worlds that Stephen King has built, which is the one that the number one that you would not want to be in? I guess maybe that might make it easier to answer.
Yeah, I think even though I'm not big on ghost stories, I think The Shining more than it because I mean, obviously Pennywise will kill you and he's
Yeah,
scary, but I personally wasn't one of those people that was always scared of clowns or anything like that. So even though I love the It movies and the book is amazing, I probably have to throw myself into The Shining. I just this hotel kind of taking over people and having like some psycho chase you down is probably a little scarier. If we're gonna go with the mainstream and if we're gonna go with the movies,
yeah,
as far as the books, I would have to think about that. But yeah, what about you?
dude, man, it's a tough choice. I definitely think that's one up there. I know Riding the Bullet's another one because I know in the movie Riding the Bullet he's like stuck in the car with this like soul
Oh
collector.
yeah.
But I think The Shining is definitely one up there just because it's like you said. I mean, the isolation of being in that hotel and you cannot leave. It's like snowing. You're stuck up there,
Yeah, the
and then not to
snowstorm.
mention it's like you have all these ghosts like coming at you. Like this building is just trying to get you. I mean, dude, yeah, it's up there. I think out of all of them, besides The Mist, I think The Mist,
Oh yeah, that's
that
a
one
good one.
kind of, I feel like The Mist freaks me out a bit more because obviously like the Shining would be number two, but The Mist is because obviously those you've seen those creatures. You're stuck not only in that grocery store, but you have to worry about these monsters and you have to worry about people. So I feel like with the hotel, you
Right.
could always just maybe bundle up and sit in the car or something, and just like even if you can't drive anywhere, just sit there and just maybe start a fire or do what you can. But as long as you're away from the building, you should in theory be okay. But then yeah, with that freaking with The Mist, it's just you're kind of screwed, man. And then people just turning on you, especially that that church lady.
The
Yeah, the
religious lady.
religious lady, like
Yeah.
when she started kind of almost creating like their own little cult and stuff, like it was just, dude, that was
Right.
creepy as hell. Start sacrificing people and stuff, like that turned pretty quick.
Yeah, he does that. It reminiscent to like zombie movies or
Yeah.
shows where the people become more dangerous than the zombies themselves and stuff.
Oh, that's another one too. Yeah, from Pet Cemetery. And then
Yeah.
we got, and then Ellie.
Misery, a lot of people say Misery
Yeah,
too.
Ellie Haley said it, and then let me see. Wild books, probably misery. Yeah, misery. Yeah, I got a lot of misery in here. I mean, dude, being that's another one, dude. I think those are top three contenders. I mean, because all three of them, what do they have in common is that you're trapped in one place. I mean, especially I think misery. It's like probably the least one of
Yeah.
survival because yeah, she just dude, imagine getting your ankle smashed with a sledgehammer. Like that's freaking brutal, man.
Yeah, the stand too, because yeah, there's a
Yeah.
virus going around. Yeah, it's like we kind of went through it a little bit in 2020
Dude,
with
we did,
COVID.
yeah. I mean, we went through our own version of the
It
stand
kind
without all the toilet
of
paper.
yeah, it was just fighting for
Dude,
toilet paper at Costco.
isolation, the long hallways, room two, three. Yeah. And oh, there you go. The mist too.
Yeah,
Yeah. Dude, I mean, that freaked me out. Those giant spiders. And then like the way, like that.
yeah,
I mean, that's a brutal way to go, man. Um, and then, all right. So we got some, so we picked, I think we've narrowed it down to our top King scary story. Now, which is the best? Well, I think I already know, but I'm going to ask it anyway, just in case. Best non-horror King film. You have Stand By Me, The Green Mile, Shawshank Redemption, a few others, but I think I have a feeling which one you're going to pick.
yeah. I think non-horror. Most people would agree, but there's differences. Like I said before, Shawshank is the
Yeah.
best, but sometimes when I watch The Green Mile, I feel like The Green Mile is a very good choice. If anybody says Green Mile over Shawshank, I totally
Yeah.
understand. It's a great movie, but yeah, I have to go
That's a
Shawshank.
good choice, man. I was torn. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I recently rewatched Stand By Me, and I think that one, like that ending, when he's describing, like, oh, hearing about what happened to his friend becoming a lawyer or something, and all that stuff. Like, I think that one got me, like emotionally. I was like, damn,
Yeah,
because it really did hit with growing up and our mortality. And I mean, I find myself constantly looking back in life and having those memories, like almost reliving those childlike memories in my head while in the random doing
yeah.
something. And it felt very like that movie spoke a lot to me. So I think for me, that one for sure. We got a few people that went with that one. And I know KB went with Shawshank and Stand By Me. And then we got, okay, and then Lumai said Green Mile's too dark. Yeah. Big for the Green Mile
Yeah,
fan.
it is
Percy is so
pretty.
perfect to hate. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like he does build those characters that are great that you love to hate. Kind of like we were saying with the lady in the supermarket and in the mist
Yeah,
and Percy for sure. Percy
yeah.
is the worst, and he kills the mouse, the bastard.
Freaking,
So
we need vengeance for that
yeah,
mouse.
man.
You know,
And I do think that, in the future with time, when the movie gets out a little bit more, um, the Life of Chuck is going to be thrown in there for people because, it's more of a drama,
Yeah.
and I think it's a good movie. It's a good movie. People should check it out.
Dude, this was a good point about the whole Cujo. Like, I mean, yeah,
Uh,
that's, I mean, especially living in Florida, you know what a hot day is. That's for, like,
yeah.
dude, that's for sure.
Oh man.
Love Shawshank. The Life, oh, and some, Ellie was saying that, yeah, Life of Chuck was good.
Oh, there you go. Somebody
Dude,
finally
I'm
saw
so
it.
excited to check that one out. I mean, there we go. We got two people letting me know that it's good. So that's it.
Yeah.
It's getting forwarded. It's getting moved up on my list of stuff to watch.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Now, now we're almost done. We got 4 questions on here because I know I'm pretty sure you're gonna have to go very soon too, right? Like I know you had mentioned.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to break out
So
soon.
let me see here. I'm gonna narrow it down. Instead of 4, I'm gonna do 3 for you.
Sure.
We already know. Okay, so that one's good. Now, overrated, underrated, or just right? Stephen King as the master of horror compared to anybody else out there. Do you agree? Or
Is he overrated or
yeah, is he
underrated?
in your eyes? Is he overrated, underrated, or just right? Like as the like, is he the to you? Is he the master of horror, or is R.L. Stein?
Yeah, I think it's just right. I think it's just right. I mean, not just master of horror, just a great
Yeah,
writer. Yeah, he does mostly write horror, but I'm telling you, like the Mr. Mercedes trilogy and what he's done with Holly and The Outsider. I mean, The Outsider is a little bit more horror, but stuff like Shawshank and stuff like that. It's just he's done different things that are more drama, and a lot of stuff in the '90s that he wrote. Rose
yeah.
Matter is a book that stands out, or Duma-Key. So yeah, I think it's just right though. He's written some of the greatest, and there's been some amazing adaptations of his work.
Yeah.
The horror movies that people will talk about forever. Like you know, Misery and Carrie, and The Shining.
Do you feel like his son is gonna? I mean, obviously his son has been doing very well. Um, Joe Hill, and do you feel like he's gonna eventually surpass his dad, or do you think that he's good but he'll
No,
never like accomplish what his father has?
no, no. I mean, Owen King probably not even close, right? I guess I'm sure he's done some good stuff. I know he's wrote that book with
Yeah,
his dad. Joe Hill's doing a little better, especially with the Black Phone being a hit. He wrote that story, and it's getting a sequel and everything now. So, but I don't think it's just gonna be too hard for anybody, not just one of his sons, to take over. I mean, obviously King is I think pushing 80 already, so he's getting up there with age. So, we should enjoy him while we have him, and then just celebrate the stuff whenever he's gone. But yeah, it's gonna be tough. I don't think they could do it. I think Joe Hills has a decent career. I just don't think it's gonna be even close to what King has done.
man. Hearing that he's like pushing 80, it's very it makes me even like feel my mortality even more, because I mean, growing up my entire life hearing about Stephen King, seeing his books, seeing his adaptations, um dude, to like the thought, it's like with Wes Craven. Like I feel like, Stephen King is a Wes Craven in literature, and to be the thought of like eventually, and hopefully not, but I mean, who knows, man? Like, imagine like losing Stephen King, like being in a world without Stephen King. It's gonna feel so weird, because I know we talked about it earlier with where him and always on X and or slash Twitter and all that stuff, and it's just
Yeah.
gonna be so weird. No more books coming out, or unless he has a ton in the pipeline already sitting there. But
Yeah, I mean, he still to this day releases at least one book a year.
yeah,
So, yeah, it's gonna be weird. Hopefully he leaves some stuff behind or some stuff that could be redone. And there's people working on things in collaborations to his stuff. They just released a book that's really long too, that it's stories that are in the universe of The
yeah,
Stand. And it's like a long book, and he did an introduction for it and everything, so I guess he's okay with it. So we'll probably get things like that too.
yeah, man. I mean, hopefully we have him for quite some time, man. I need some more books, but not just that. I mean, just a freaking cool. I wish, man. I wish I could just interview him, even for like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, like just pick his brain, because to be able to sit with somebody in the room like that with the way that his imagination runs, that would be incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Alexander, so much. Appreciate that. You have a good night. Thank you for tuning in. Looking forward to your next post.
Thank you.
And yeah, it's surpassing King in pop culture. I mean, I think as far as for pop culture, I mean, you have R.L. Stein. Obviously, he's more focused on like kid horror books, but I think he's somebody else where like between R.L. Stein and Stephen King, they're some of the most known horror authors. But that's just coming from my upbringing growing up. Like those were only the top ones I would always hear about.
Yeah. No, I mean, Errol Stein
Yeah.
just, it's more for kids. And I know he did the Fear Street stuff that was a little bit more
Yeah.
for teens and
The hard
adults.
stuff.
But I think his stuff could be fun. Of course, as a kid, I grew up
Yeah.
on Goosebumps too, but I think King's stuff is just deeper. There's more to it.
Yeah, man. Now I do have a question out here from somebody, but I know you did say you have to go. Do you want to head out now, or did you want to answer that question that somebody put in there? They were just
I could answer the question and
yeah.
then I'll head out.
So they were asking Illuminati Pro or Illuminated. Sorry, I was saying Illuminati. Sorry about that. But Illuminated Pro is asking worst King movie. Which is the worst one in your eyes?
Well, he also did say that Life of Chuck looked silly because of the
Yeah.
poster, but I still recommend it, man. I think it's a good movie. The poster's like that because there's like 2 dance sequences in the movie, which, one does go a little long, but the movie is good. Worst movie, worst King movie, the worst adaptation. Look, for me, it's got to be something recent. And for me, I just could not stand the new Firestarter. I hated
Yeah.
the new Firestarter with a passion. I hate CGI fire, and there's so much of it. And no, it's just the acting's bad, the performances are bad. It's just, it's really not good to me. I really dislike that one probably the most now. It's taken the spot of whatever was before it. I would have to think about it, but just a recent memory, I'd have to say Firestarter.
Yeah.
What about for you?
I think the Chloe Lovett's the Carrie.
The
I
Carrie?
thought that was okay. I think for me it wasn't that exciting. How dare you say lawnmower man? How dare you, Froglet? Oh man.
Hey, there's no wrong answers.
Yeah,
I
no,
guess,
there is, but
Just-
no, it's funny that you brought that one. Man, that one has a soft spot in my heart. I have it on Blu-ray, the Shout Factory release, and it's to me it's just so nostalgic. So I maybe
it's a product of its time too.
Yeah.
The CGI is tremendously bad,
Yeah.
but if you could get past it, there's something in there for. Hey, it's so bad it's good. One of
Yeah,
those
exactly,
movies.
exactly. But yeah, I mean, I think
It's just a
besides
fun,
that, I know
yeah.
Secret Window, it got a little boring sometimes for me. But
Yeah, it's a little
Yeah.
slow. Yeah.
but yeah, I think that's far as for the ones that I wasn't too crazy of a fan of. But dude, I want to say, like, dude, thank you so much for jumping on. Being a returning guest. You're actually the first returning guest that we have, like official guest, because I know Chris has been here 2 or 3 times, but it was more like always like a surprise thing, like it wasn't marketed or anything. So
I'm honored, man. Thank you for having me. Love talking King.
dude, you're perfect for it.
And yeah, everybody, check us out on the podcast. Friday Night, Fright Night. We'll be talking horror movies all the time. And I'm sure soon enough we're gonna throw a Stephen King adaptation in there soon
yeah.
enough. So
Yeah, we actually threw in some hints of some future episodes a little earlier. We were talking about spiders, so keep an eye out for that. But dude, also guys, make sure to check out Lee's Cinema Whiplash. Check out his YouTube channel, his Instagram. Make sure to give him a follow, subscribe, like all that good stuff. I've known Lee for a very long time. Like I've known Lee. I'm 30, pushing 38 now, and I've met Lee. I think I was around 16 when I met you, dude. So we've known each other forever.
Yeah, it's been a long time, but you're killing it out here, man. So I'm happy for
Thanks,
you,
brother.
and I love these episodes, and keep them coming. And I'll be glad to stop by once in a blue for these. And like I said, with the podcast, we're doing it weekly, so it's been a lot of fun.
Man, I'm looking forward to recording it tomorrow, and then it's gonna be a lot of fun talking about Idle Hands. Such a blast, man, from the 90s.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys, thanks for having me, and I had a blast talking King. As being a big fan, I enjoyed it. So I'll see you guys next
All right,
time.
brother. I'll see you later, man.
All right, have a good one.
Guys, well, you're just stuck with me now, huh? I'm just the last one here. I'll stay on for a few minutes, kind of hang out with you guys. Actually realized I've never done a live stream by myself. I've always had friends and stuff on there. So, guys, I mean, if you have any questions or anything, we do a little quick little Q&A type situation. If not, we keep talking about King. I did have a few more things to talk about, but unfortunately, with the rapid fire, I think everybody's. I mean, I only had like 2 or 3 questions left. Now, I did want to mention, yeah, Allie Haley said The Dark Tower in 2017 was awful. That is true, actually. Maybe I completely forgot about it because of the trauma of watching that. So that for sure, that's probably why I forgot it. It was, yeah, it was horrible. I feel like I need to rewatch it. I don't know if I should do that to myself, but just to rewatch it just to verify how much it sucked. So we'll see. Now, let's see. Oh yeah, KB was saying he agrees. So okay, so we got a second here. KB, man, I'm so excited to hang out tomorrow, brother. So absolutely pumped. Got my list, all the movies that we're gonna be talking about. So yeah, stoked to be a guest, man. I'm locked in now. That's it. I'm just here. You just see me here till like tomorrow. You guys wake up. I'm still just sitting here, fell asleep in my chair. And then we got Jeff. I'm actually, you know what? Let me put the chat here next to me. There we go. So that way we can start seeing everything coming in real time. Now, I do want to talk about Kubrick's The Shining, right? If it's a masterpiece or overrated. We talked about it a little earlier in the episode, and I mean, I haven't met a person that has said that they don't like The Shining besides Stephen King. Obviously, he's him saying that the movie wasn't up to, it didn't match the book how it should have. To me, I mean, I think The Shining is phenomenal. Obviously, if you were on here a little bit earlier, the movie that I picked out of my top 3, if I was to erase every other Stephen King movie and only have 3, I did mention the original It just for nostalgic reasons because I grew up with that one. It was the first one that I saw of his that they always played on TV. So that was one. But I did talk about Riding the Bullet. That was another one to me that meant a lot. Also nostalgic reasons, but the message behind it really stuck with me. And then I talked about Doctor Sleep. So to me, if they were to erase The Shining, and I know it's going to be blasphemy, and but hear me out, guys. If we erase The Shining, right? I mean, Doctor Sleep still incorporates a ton of it, and I felt like if I'd never seen The Shining, I would have still known what's going on because it gets explained in the movie. So to me, that was my reasoning behind it. And obviously, with all the movies that he has done in books and adaptations, it's hard to pick 3. So I thought it was kind of fair. I mean, it was tough. It was tough picking those final ones, but I think we got there. Yeah, and it's true what Illuminated Pro said. I mean, movies and books are definitely different mediums. Yeah, and The Shining is an endless labyrinth. And I mean, it is. Yeah, I mean, it's such a beautiful movie. And I don't know if you guys had the chance to watch it on 4K, but that movie on 4K is absolutely beautiful. I mean, the drive up the mountain, everything just pops. Some have said it's a reference 4K. I'll tell you guys this: I'm not the biggest expert as far as for telling you the differences, like in color tones, pixels, all that stuff. Just because I do have a 4K TV, but I don't have the type of setup a lot of other people have, like these fancy surround sounds and Adobe Atmos and all that. I'm not a rich guy. I'm not, I'm just here surviving, just getting by. So, unfortunately, at this time, I cannot say like the best ratings for these type of 4Ks. But to me, it was just exceptional for the setup that I have. That's interesting. That's an interesting. Doesn't hold the light. See, that's an interesting one because that's the first time I hear somebody say. Because I've heard a few other people mention that they thought Doctor Sleep was in a way not too superior or anything like that, but they did enjoy it a bit more. I don't know also if it's because maybe more modern and with the newer generation, maybe The Shining wasn't as appealing or as exciting or not. But it's interesting to see that. Yeah. See, I haven't seen the Blu-ray, but I could imagine too if it's a 4K transfer and if you have like a player that upscales, I'm sure that will definitely bring it out even more. Because that's one thing I've noticed as far as for like a little hack. If you don't have a 4K player, you don't want to spend the extra money on a 4K movie. You could just get the Blu-ray if it has the 4K transfer and you have a Blu-ray upscale player. With the obviously with the 4K HDMI cord and a 4K TV, it's gonna look pretty good. I've even seen that with DVDs where it's made them look so much better. And a lot of my Blu-rays, even older Blu-rays, they've looked amazing. So that's one thing that really stood out to me. I really enjoyed. Oh, that's crazy. Oh man, poor dad. I hope he got over those nightmares. I mean, it's interesting. It's tough because of that scene. I think with Doctor Sleep, it was to me a bit darker just because it played on the whole story of those people, that group, that live forever pretty much preying on these kids with the shining. And obviously it's been around forever, so I'm assuming it's not a spoiler alert. So if you haven't seen it, maybe right now would be the time to jump off, because I am going to talk about that briefly. But yeah, it kind of sucked that they were preying on those kids like that. And some of those scenes, like that one scene with the baseball player kid, that was pretty graphic. I mean, the way they just tore into him like that, I mean, that was brutal. So that's another thing too. I felt like Doctor Sleep was a bit darker for me. Like it was definitely more nightmare fuel in that sense. But I mean, yeah, that's just my humble opinion. Yeah. No, it's true. I mean, listen, in this day and age, especially with all that stuff, all the high prices and everything, I mean, Blu-ray, I mean, guys, there's nothing wrong with DVDs and Blu-rays. I still collect VHS. If you've seen my channel, if you've seen my backdrop in some of my videos, I still collect VHS, DVDs. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I don't know if maybe because I grew up in that era with CRT TVs. So since my eyes and like I was just used to it and used to being upgraded compared to just a lot of people just seeing Blu-rays and 4Ks now and not being able to stand DVDs. I know it obviously too with all these new TVs, you can't watch a VHS on a 4K TV. It's going to look absolutely horrible because it's a different technology. I know with DVDs, kind of the same thing. I've noticed that at times, but sometimes I'll pop in a DVD in my CRT TV, or again, I have that Blu-ray upscaler, throw in a DVD and it works out just fine. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I grew up with it, so I don't have a problem checking those out. Now, let me see here. Now, I do have some fun facts and some behind the scenes stuff. If you guys want to go into them, I could go ahead and cover them real quick. I have only a few. I think I have, let's see, 5 of them, which is kind of cool. One of them, it's obvious, right? We knew that King hated The Shining from 1980. He felt Kubrick's film stripped away the heart of his novel. I mean, that one's pretty well known. It's completely understandable when you spend a lot of time creating something and then someone says, "Hey, I'm gonna make an adaptation," and they kind of strip it. You do feel a little bit, in a sense, violated, ripped off. You're like, man, I put in all this work, and you just kind of came in here and did your own thing with it. It's almost like they stole it and turned it into something else for themselves. But I mean, at the same time, art is subjective, and he did go into. I don't know if he had a conversation with King and he let him know what he was going to do or not. I don't know that far into it, but if he didn't, I mean, I think that's kind of like shame on him. He should have kind of let him know, hey, I am gonna kind of go a little bit rogue. But if not, I mean, if he did talk to him, it's like, I mean, if you were warned, and you still gave the rights and you said go for it, you gave your blessing. I mean, you kind of went into it understanding that. But I think what Kubrick did, I mean, again, it is a masterpiece, a phenomenal film. I think the only person again that I've heard that didn't enjoy it was King himself, but it's such a good movie. I couldn't imagine what it would have been like if Kubrick would have not done it. I don't know if it would have been as iconic or not. But there's another one here that says longest adaptation. So it chapter 1 and chapter 2 together run almost 5 hours. But King's novel is over 1,100 pages. So that's pretty interesting. I didn't know it was 5 hours. I remember back in the day having the VHS with the double VHS tapes. And it was crazy. Like back then, you had the Titanic, you had that one. I'm trying to think. I don't know if it was Casino, or it was like another mobster movie, or maybe The Godfather that had that as well. But man, when you had one of those, you knew you were in for a ride, especially when you have to swap out the tapes. Let's see. Illuminated Pro asks, what's a comedy you like to cleanse the palate with? Man, that's a good question. So, a comedy that I want to cleanse my palate with, especially seeing something disturbing. I want to say something as simple as like a movie like Dodgeball, Step Brothers, any of those type of like Will Ferrell type movies. I think for me, they're always very comforting. Again, I don't know if it's just a nostalgic thing growing up with them or not, but they're so funny. And every single time you watch them, I feel like I always catch like a joke that I missed, or I understand it a little bit better. And obviously it goes with most movies that I rewatch, but I definitely got to go with those. I think those are the ones. I mean, Dodgeball is one that just, man. But again, Step Brothers is, I know it's a very common used one, but it's true. It's so damn good. It's so funny. It just really holds up. Every single joke in there is just so relatable. Pearl Harbor. Pearl Harbor is a good movie, man. I love that movie. I have that one on Blu-ray. I don't know if it came out on 4K or not. I could have swore I heard it did, but that's a good one. I really enjoy that one. And I remember that one having a double VHS. That's another one. That's a good one. Let's see. I've been wanting to watch it chapter 2 after I finish the book, but I'm really slow reading. Hey, I mean, some of these books are very thick. Like they take quite some time. So I mean, I have The Dome by Stephen King, and I never got to. No, actually, no, I'm lying. I did see about 2 episodes of the show, and then I heard it got canceled, so I never kept watching it because I just didn't want to be disappointed. I didn't want to lead up to that where it just ends and that's it, and then I'm sitting there wanting more. But The Dome is one that I've really been wanting to read, and it's gonna take me forever. I'm probably gonna take me like half a year to get through it. So I could relate to that, Ellie. And I mean, just take your time with it, enjoy it. I mean, listen, the good thing is that you're not really gonna get anything spoiled because you're reading the book, so at least you're not missing out on the movie. But it's gonna be pretty cool once you get to it. And yeah, no, I agree with you, Illuminated Pro. I mean, the 90s and 2000s comedies, it was peak. I know for me, that was I think that's where comedy kind of started dying in the early 2000s, because if you look now, we don't really have that comedy anymore. We're starting to go back into horror. I mean, look at the releases this year alone. It's been so horror focused. And yeah, with these early 2000 comedies, I mean, they were just on another level. I think people were just not getting offended like they do now, and it's just a lot of things have changed. I mean, look at The Office, for example. That's a cult classic that if they did today, I mean, the amount of people that would probably get offended or get canceled, I mean, it would be insane. So it's definitely like Step Brothers. I feel like that's another one too that wouldn't hold up. Dodgeball is another one. But yeah, which is funny. Dodgeball is amazing. Absolutely. I heard that Ben Stiller is actually going to be doing like a pickleball movie. So it's going to be like Dodgeball, but with pickleball. So I'm wondering how that's going to play out, because obviously Ben Stiller's getting older and stuff. It's just not the same when we had him a lot younger around that time. But I'm hoping it comes out good. It'll be funny to kind of see that. I mean, I enjoy playing pickleball sometimes, but it's going to be funny to see people that are obsessed with pickleball like kind of almost get poked fun of for it. I mean, I feel like that's a rite of a rite of passage. Jesus, guys, it's freaking late. I can't even speak anymore. But yeah, that's like to get poked fun of in a movie like South Park show and stuff like that. I feel like it's a rite of passage. Let's see, Tommy Boy, Big Daddy, Dumb and Dumber. Hey, Lee's here in spirit. Yeah, man, definitely. I mean, those are classics. I love Big Daddy. That one's hilarious. That was one of the first that I owned also on VHS as well. That one was so funny. There's something about Mary. Man, we talked about it in the last Cinema Rewind from last week when we talked about Saw, the first one. And we are joking around how, like, imagine as a guy being one of the Saw traps would be like in Something About Mary, where you get your privates caught in a zipper. That would be an absolute nightmare. So every time I watch that movie and that happens and they show it, is just, man, like I have nightmares. Like I immediately I'm just like, no, please God, no, don't ever let that happen. It's always a fear. As a guy, it's always an irrational fear. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. I mean, the year's been pretty interesting. I had a big move earlier in the year. I'm moving again in a few months, and yeah, man, it's been crazy. Especially with the channel and everything. So I appreciate everybody logging in, still hanging out. I see a few people still on, so I appreciate you guys just hanging out with me here. It's been a ton of fun doing these episodes every week and the podcast and stuff, and yeah, really enjoying it. I'm looking forward to seeing how the year ends and all that. So we'll see. And then some new exciting news coming up in the beginning of next year. So keep an eye out for that. Under the Dome is my favorite King book, but I haven't seen the show yet. That's awesome. Okay, so at least I know somebody that's read it. Yeah, I've heard bad things as well. I know the first 2 episodes suckered me in, but after that, like I don't know why I stopped watching. I know it wasn't because I wasn't enjoying it. I think some other stuff came up, and that's why I didn't check it out. But I'm just glad I didn't, because I would have been so pissed, man, if it would have got canceled without any explanations or anything. That's pretty cool. I heard some good stuff about the Naked Gun remake. And then Friendship too. My buddy Keith from High Volume Video, he actually released a video talking about Friendship. He said it was really good. And that one, they just added it on HBO recently. So I do have it on my list to watch. But if I do end up enjoying it and everything, obviously I'm going to go pick up the physical copy. Because there's nothing like having those special features or the making or behind the scenes or the bloopers. It's always fun. I didn't know that about Always Sunny. You know, I know about the characters, I know what the show's about, but I've never actually watched it. So I'm going to make it a point to check it out because I've heard amazing things. Oh, basketball? Absolutely. Oh man, I have the DVD. That movie is freaking hilarious. So damn stupid, but like in the best way. I love that one. That one and Bench Warmers. I don't know if you guys have seen Bench Warmers. That one's hilarious with I forgot the comedian, Nick something, where he's like the brother where he's afraid of the sun in Bench Warmer, so he like hides in the closet all the time, and then whenever he goes to get like Girl Scout cookies, he runs out and he's like screaming. But that movie's freaking hilarious. If you guys haven't seen that movie, and I know we talked about Stephen King throughout the night, and we're kind of now talking about some other stuff, but yeah, guys, I mean, Bench Warmers is freaking hilarious. Oh, okay. Yeah. So speaking of chapters, I actually want to bring something up to you guys, especially us talking about Stephen King tonight and stuff. So if you've seen so my buddy Tim, right? My buddy Tim from the Dread Broadcast and the Average Reviews from his channel, Instagram account, and our buddy Jonathan. So they're co-hosts and all this goodness, and you know, every month, once a month, we're doing a Dread Broadcast live stream. Anyway, so my buddy Tim, he's actually an author as well, and he recently put out this book, Like, Comment, Survive. And I just got this copy 2 days ago, and I started reading it. I'm already on chapter 7. But the reason I'm bringing this up, because we were talking about Stephen King, we're talking about horror books, but also the fact that you talked about like the chapters being pretty short. And this is awesome. It's something that I've appreciated with Tim's book, that the chapters have been pretty short, and it's just been so awesome. It's like a found footage type book, but it's based on transcripts. And I'll give you an example here. Let me see something here as an example. But here, I'll actually show you where I left off, chapter 7. But it's kind of like that. So it's pretty quick read. Pretty fun so far. It's a horror based about these urban explorers on YouTube. They have a YouTube channel where they go to these haunted locations and stuff, and they pretty much check them out, and something happens in a specific location, and now the police are investigating and stuff. Apparently out of 4, I think it was 4 or 5 of them, a few of them died, and there was like 1 or 2 alleged survivors. And again, that's right in the beginning, so it's not like spoiling the story or anything. But if you're interested, check this out. I know he has an He has it on Amazon and all that good stuff, and I'll link it in the description as well. But very awesome that he wrote that, and I'm so happy to have it. He even signed it for me, which is pretty cool. And actually, that brings me to mind. So he sent me an extra copy to do a giveaway. I'm announcing, I guess, just now. I haven't done an official announcement just yet, but I am going to be processing the giveaway probably in the next week or two. And I actually have an extra copy that I'm going to give away for free. Now, it's going to be like an Instagram type giveaway. And all you're going to have to do on there is just, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on there. Follow the Dread Broadcast or Average Reviews. But I think he wanted the Dread Broadcast to be followed. And then just comment on there if you want in or not. But I'll do an official announcement. So if you're following me on Instagram, I'll do an official announcement with all the rules and all the good stuff. And then I'll probably do it for like a week. And then I'll do the giveaway live on the next Cinema Rewind episode. So probably like in 2 weeks or so, I'll draw the winner and all that, and I'll send it your way because I do have the copy and everything. And I do have a giveaway going on right now. So if you want the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4K box set from Arrow, make sure to check out the reel on my Instagram with all the instructions and everything. And yeah, and then I'll be giving that one away. I partner with Valoria Video, so they've been gracious enough to donate a copy. Yeah, the audio commentaries are fantastic. I definitely agree. That's another thing where I love physical media. Physical media is amazing. I mean, you get so much good stuff. I mean, the love that goes into it. I feel like for me, it makes me appreciate and love the movies even more after seeing all this good stuff. And like, again, listening to the audio commentaries and stuff like that, it takes it to another level. And Ellie said, yeah, Benchwarmers is amazing. Love Benchwarmers. So damn good. Saving Private Ryan, Green Mile. Damn, that's true. Meet Joe Black. Oh, I have that one on Blu-ray. But yeah, I remember that one now. Yeah. There was quite a few, actually. That's pretty interesting. There was a lot of double-sided VHS now that we're going through the list. Yeah, definitely check it out, man. I mean, again, Froglet, so damn cool. Like I can't wait. I'm like really sucked into this. And that one and the Stephen King's son. And again, I forgot the name for it. Give me 1 second, guys. You know what? Let me reach over. Hold on. Let me get that book for you guys. All right, I'm back. Yeah, you guys saw the light. I've been trying to do new stuff with the lights. So that's something I've been messing around with. So you're probably going to see some funky stuff going on. But this book here, if you love Stephen King, highly recommend this one. I mean, it's so damn good. So damn good. So that's one. And this is what I was talking about earlier too. I mean, guys, tell me that's not Stephen King. Like, are you kidding me? That's his son. Looks exactly like him. Like, that is absolutely insane. So, but yeah. Now, I know it's getting a little bit late, guys, so I'm going to be heading out soon. But I just want to say before I go, there's a few things I want to talk about. Again, these episodes, my YouTube channel, Face the Movies, is sponsored by Valoria Video. They've been amazing. Like, just supportive with the channel. They gave me a code to give to you guys. So if you're ever watching or subscribed or anything like that, you can use the code FACETheMovies10 and you get 10% off your order. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the site here. If you guys are ever interested in picking up any movies or anything like that, they even have cool merch as well. If you use that code, it helps support the channel, support me. So highly appreciate it. If not, I mean, if you're not looking for anything, no pressure, but just want to leave that there. I mean, they've been amazing supporters and they're the ones that partner with me to give away that Ninja Turtles 4K box set. So really appreciate them. And yeah, guys, I mean, I think this wraps up episode 14 of Cinema Rewind. We've explored the haunted, twisted, and unforgettable mind of Stephen King, from the stories that terrified us to the films that defined horror history. So I know my co-hosts are not here, but as always, I do want to thank Jordan from the Movie Den. Make sure to follow him, subscribe. Steven from After Hours Video, follow him, subscribe. amazing dudes, dear friends. We do these episodes every week together. And it's funny because me and Lee just did like an episode or two of this in the beginning. And then I had them as guests, and it just became a thing where they just kind of became regulars. And then I was just like, you guys want to be my co-hosts? And, now, again, I thanked Lee already, but if I did see he was still watching. So, dude, Lee, love you, buddy. Thank you for stopping by. Make sure to check out his channel, Cinema Whiplash. So funny, Cinema Rewind. But Cinema Whiplash, check out his channel. He's trying to grow it, and go show your support. Awesome dude. And I mean, yeah, I mean, he's out of all my friends, he's one of my oldest, dearest friends, and somebody that just loves movies as much as me. Sometimes I feel like even more, which is awesome because I just get to nerd out with him about all this stuff. But yeah, this was a perfect conversation for like horror fans, bookworms alike. Ton of fun tonight. Now, guys, again, if you're watching this on my channel, I know some of you are watching on Jordan's or Steven's. Check out Face the Movies, hit subscribe. You don't want to miss these episodes. Hit the notification bell. We do them every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I hope you enjoyed this deep dive of Stephen King. There was a lot more to talk about, but it's such a massive world. If you want us to do another Stephen King episode, let us know. We could do a follow-up. I mean, who knows? But yeah, had a ton of fun. And next week, we're actually doing Return of the Living Dead from 1992. And we have a special guest, Kyle, coming on. I won't say any more. We're just going to be a little bit of a surprise as advertise it later on in the week. But yeah, if you enjoyed zombie movies, The Return of the Living Dead from 1992, we're going to be talking about that next week. Now, you're not going to want to miss that one. It's going to be a ton of fun, as always, of course. But guys, if there's nothing else, let me see. Don't fool yourself. You're here till dawn. Oh man, I can't. I gotta work, and I gotta take my dog out. He's all he's passed out right now, but he's like watching me. Bodie, come here. You want to say hi? No, he doesn't want to. I wanted to bring him on real quick to say hi. And yeah, that's true. He's definitely a clone. Absolutely, man. I'm telling you, King cloned himself. And Ellie, thank you so much for jumping on. I think I feel like this is the first time I've seen you on. I'm not sure, but I mean, thank you for jumping on. I appreciate your support and hope you can make it to the next one. But again, if you can't, we have them every week. And these are all recorded, so they're all going to be on my channel. So you're welcome to go back and watch them and all that good stuff. But yeah, guys, that's it. I mean, until next time, remember, never stop the tape. Always be kind and rewind. And whatever you do, stay away from the Overlook Hotel. So, guys, love you guys so much. And I'll see you on the next one.